Dear Harvey Levine. You know, buddy, I don't think I'm really interested, you know what I mean, in doing this fucking reality show, right? You talk about it, but, you know, I, like, apparently I'm a multimillionaire. It's like, I can't miss what I never had, right? It's like, okay, so B, you can keep the fucking money, right? Keep the money. I don't give a fuck. It's like, fuck. Do this, because I'm not doing this. So like Josie Dye, I fucking hate her guts, right? It's like, fucking, I hate all Ukrainians, right? Like, I can't stand them. They've been really rude to me over the years. They're a bunch of liars and just sneaky people. They're nothing I like, right? I don't like them at all, so who cares, right? You know what I mean? So I don't really give a fuck about that, right? About being a rock star, I don't really give a fuck about it. It's a cool little hobby. I do like to play it. Like, fuck, I'm glad I'm getting good again. Coughs come in the evening. You know, I'd rather die of this whole fucking stomach fucking gastro fucking EBS thing. I don't care, like, fuck. It's annoying as hell, but what are you gonna do, right? Shit happens. Literally and figuratively. Right, so that's cool. I'd rather die of that. It's like, and that's fine by me, right? I don't like Josie Dye, and like, you couldn't pay me to love her, right? I really hope she is married to Joel. This is all some big fucking joke. Todd Shapiro, I don't like Todd at all. Right? Yeah. He's like a goofball, right? He's like, you know, he's really fucking ugly to look at, and it's just like, I don't care if he is Jewish, and I just don't like his period. It's like, fuck. It's just like, it's who I am. I don't care. Like, I stay with Israel. Doesn't mean I have to fucking like every Jew out there. It's like, fuck. Doesn't mean I have to like everyone. I don't give a fuck what Jerry Seinfeld says. I was like, Jerry Seinfeld, buddy, you're not that funny. You know, I hate to tell you this, like, you're supporting cast funny, but you're not that funny, buddy. I really don't give a fuck about him. To tell you the truth, like, I just don't, right? It's like, fuck, you know, I just don't want to do it. It's like, fuck. And I don't like the Toronto media and do this. Like, they're fags, right? Like, everyone in the Toronto media is a fag. I do like Kevin O'Leary, but he's not really a Toronto media guy. He kind of is, we said that. But even then, I don't give a fuck what he says. Do this, do that, Brad. No, right? No, Kevin. No, because I know my value. Like, we talk about knowing one's worth. I know I'm more valuable to all of you alive than I would ever be dead. Right? So, like, oh, do this, Josie, do that. I don't like her, man. Like, you can pay me to love her, right? Like, we just can't get over it. It's like, fucking, like, you're a fat little chick from the East End, and I hate Eastern Ontario and everyone from it. Doesn't matter, right? It's like, fuck. I just don't care, right? It's like, fuck, do this. I don't like Ukrainians. I would never want them in my gene pool. I just don't like them. They're fucking ignorant little twats. Like, fuck. They're rude. It's like, fuck. I don't give a fuck with the Toronto media. They are fags, right? Like, fuck. They're like, oh, this is a great place to invest in. Why don't you show me this? Like, from what I see, it's not. Right? You know, from what I see, like, the cooperation story, I don't support Black Lives Matter, and I don't like the black community. So what? Like, I really don't like the black community, so who cares? I think they're, you know, a bunch of obnoxious whiners, and that's that. Like, fuck. Lots of people don't. And I don't care, right? Like, I was just watching a video with Jessica Simpson. Who's better, Jessica Simpson or Beyonce? Jessica Simpson. She looks amazing, right? Get her on that NAD+, fucking back to 21 again. Guaranteed. Plus the genetic engineering. I don't like Josie Dye. I don't like Todd Shapiro. Dan Levy's a little too flamboyant for me. It's like, fuck. You can go back in the closet too, right? Like Thea Loren or Thea Signorini or Thea, what's the other chick's name? Yvonne DiCarlo. You can have her too. It's like, fuck, I don't really give. She's a midget. I really don't want the girls. It's like, fuck. Like Samantha Patucci. It's like, fucking. She's a honky. She's got like big noses and like fucking features. She's like lumbersome. She's a Slav, right? Or something like that. Right? She's like Dutch and a fucking Slav. And she's a Slav. It's like, I'm not a Slav. Yeah, that's a fuck full-on honky, right? You know? That's gross too. I mean, I watched her videos, like, not missing much there, right? It's like, fuck. You know, she's like, ew. She's just a dirty fucking yo-yo. So, you know, who gives a fuck, right? I just don't care, right? Like, fuck. I mean, hey, I do like you guys to some degree. It's like fucking like you're not telling me what to do. Like, fuck, I don't like. That's why I quit the union, so I wouldn't be told what to do. That's why I left, right? Because I chose my politics and stuff like that over that, and I don't like to be told what to do. Do this, do that. It's like fuck off. You know, like I don't care. Like it's part of the fuck off movement. It's like, you know, as a white male, right, a British white male, like I don't like to be told what to do, especially with women. Like the Ukrainians, like oh the Ukrainians and the blacks, oh fuck the them. You know, oh the poor Ukraine. I don't give a fuck with them. They're stupid looking people, man. They're fucking dumb, ignorant shits, man. I really hate them. But passionately, quite passionately, I hate Ukrainians. Right? They're fucking weird looking people. It's like fucking, I hate that word, Ukrainian. Can't stand it. Good for what you guys want. It's like, you know what? I just doesn't mean I want to share that with anyone. It's like, oh, get married. No, never. I'd never want to do that. It's like fucking so stupid. It's like, especially like you know, if you become a Jeff Bezos, don't. It's like, oh, you can have like full-time girlfriends, but like, why do I have to do that? So I have to give them money, fucking that they didn't do shit for? No, fuck off. You know, there's such a term as greedy little Jew. It's like fuck off. Get your greedy little hands off my money. I don't give a fuck what Netflix and the media says. You know, it doesn't belong to you. These greedy little Russian Jew people, like fuck off. You can't have it. It's not yours. It's for me. It's like, you know, I stand with Israel, but you know, that's my money, and you're not allowed to have it. It's like fuck off. So like I don't care. It's like, oh, do this, do that. No. It's like fuck, you know, do this, that. Ugh. I don't mind. It's like fuck. I mean, I've had this foot for like a long time that hurts. I couldn't get my proper health care because of her. Like, oh, they're all giggling. Hee. And this country was a place to invest in. You had to let me walk around on that, and you could have easily fixed it. You knew what it was. But like, that's like, yeah. So like, she's fucking it up for she's fucking up for this whole country. They don't understand that. Todd and Josie, you know, are fucking up for this whole country. And you can say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, it's time for like, I stand with Israel, but at the same time, you guys need a good swift kick in the nuts too. Like you're fucking, you know, you're about due for it. You're getting a little too fucking popular in the media. Like, you know, like Andy Samberg's a fucking putz. You know, fuck, you know, like they're not that funny, man. Like fuck, there's Jew humor, but there's way too much of it. It's like putsy Jew humor. It sucks, right? You know, like Andy Samberg or Andy Sandler. Like Adam Sandler's not funny. He's fucking, he's a goofball. He's an idiot. So what? I don't care how much money he has. Fuck. It's like fuck. Oh, bro, I do this. I'm not. I find that's funny. The more I treat people like shit, the more they just love me, right? It's like fuck. But it's like I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, TM's like this much Harbazine. You can fuck off. You said you come get me personally, you shit. And you fucking lied to me about all kinds of things like that. It's like Paris Hilton is married. It's like, well, you know, she's like, oh, Brad, I love you, blah. It's like all this stuff, blah, blah, but you're with him, so she's my buddy. So I kind of saw that one coming. I was like, I'm not really fucking. I was pissed off at first, but I'm kind of happy for her. She's my bud. So I'm happy for Paris Hilton. That's kind of, you're lucky that kind of put me in a good mood, right? But you know, fucking, that's fine, man. It was like fucking. There's just limits to things I'm willing to do. Like, do this, do that. It's like, fuck. I'm not a yes man, right? So it's like, fuck. Like, this is what you wanted. It's what you get, and do this, do that. Like, oh, I'm here to make all these people happy. I don't care. I'm like, when it comes to that kind of thing, I'm selfish for my own personal happiness. You know, I don't care. Oh, Josie died. Like, oh, this chick says, oh, Josie died. Well, who the fuck do I give a fuck about this fucking chick that works at the hospital? What do I give a fuck about her opinions? She's just some pig, right? You know, like, they can walk around and say all they want. I don't care. Like, fuck all this chick. She's just some pig, right? I don't give a shit. Right? Like, fuck. I mean, like, Todd Shapiro be Todd Shapiro's friend. You can pay me not to be his friend, right? Like, fuck, he's a fag. It's like Dan Levy, too. It's like, you know what, man? I tried watching Schitt's Creek. You know what, man? It's like fucking... gets pretty stagnant pretty fast. So it's like, fuck. I guess they wouldn't award for it, but... So see, you know, man, it's like, oh, and they want to do a movie with us? Like, fuck. I don't think I can watch that. It's like, fuck, you know. I gotta watch a little bit of series. Like, I say, are you watching this? I got one of those things called, are you watching this? Like, you know what? Not really. It's like, fuck. I'm being honest, too. It's like, fuck. so I'm a dick, right? It's like, fuck. I'm just like, I don't care. Like, do Saturday Night Live. I think that's dead, man. Like, you're just like in denial. Like, NBC, the network, is in denial that Saturday Night Live is dead. It's like, do this, do that. Good for Conan O'Brien. Like, hey, buddy, you're fucking riding on fumes too yourself, buddy. It's like, fuck. I don't care. It's like, fuck. it's time to start ending some stuff like that. Like, you know, like, I know I'm way better too with your lives like than I am dead. Like, you know, I could save Christmas and I could save the fucking network, right? Like, fucking, I could save NBC, but like, you know, you can't be so childish and juvenile. Like, fuck, that's the way they are. I think I'd rather go work for fucking. I'd rather be a regular on the Jimmy Kimmel show, right? Yeah, I would. I'd work on Jimmy Kimmel. Like, James Coden's a fat fucking little, you know, butterball putz too. He's like a little fucking. He's like, oh, Trump. Oh, we don't say nothing about Biden. Eh? What a fucking loser he is. Who would dare say anything about him, eh? It's like, you know, fuck. You know, what a fucking goofball he is. At least Jimmy Kimmel's not. You know what I love about Jimmy Kimmel? He doesn't. He's really a big Trump supporter, right? He is, but you know, he's says what he wants too. It's like, you know, he called out fucking Trump and then like says what Trump. He said he doesn't like Kamala Harris and all those idiots either, right? So it's like, fuck, he's not afraid either. It's like, fuck, oh, yeah, I get along with Jimmy Kimmel. Fuck, who cares? Like, he's my kind of fucking hammer. He's a twat. You know, fuck, I do like Jimmy Kimmel. He's one of my favorites because he's a total fucking twat, right? You know, it's like, he doesn't play a nice guy or a goody guy. He's like, he's a twat. He's like me, right? You know, he's my kind of fucking, I'm not a goody, I'm a fucking twat. It's like, I'm a me. He's like, you know what, I might come off as bad, oh well, who cares, right? Who cares, right? So what? You know, who cares? So he's mean. It's like, oh well, who cares? And sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? So that's fine by me. You know, me be Generation Z, I don't give a fuck. So, like, I just don't care. It's like, fuck. I'm a conservative guy too. It's like, fuck. Here I am lying in my fucking like cot here. It's like, fuck. Here I am a multimillionaire. They won't give me the money. It's like, well, fuck. If it's my money, I don't really feel like sharing it with anyone. Like, you know, it's like, oh, I'm Josie Dye. Get my little Grady little fingers on it. Ooh, right? Oh, well, who cares, right? You're not entitled to it, right? You're like a liberal feminist chick and all that stuff. That's going out the window now. It's like, I don't care. I want to get my Grady little hands on it. Yee. I want to have, you know, you got like fucking like a money crush. It's like that episode of Seinfeld when Jerry pulls out the fucking wad and it's like, woo, you can't have none because I don't like you, right? I don't like your people. I think you're rude. Oh, and do this, do that. Like, what is this? People fought, like, so I have to go in some arranged marriage shit now? Like, fucking, people fought and died, so I can do what I fucking want. And now, like, these, like, when the Ukrainians come over here and think they'll just tell me what to do. Fuck you. Even the Jews, you better fucking smart the fuck up, too. You're not coming over here and tell me what to do. I'm with you guys, but I'm also a free man. You know? I'm free to be me, to do what I want to do, right? Live my life the way I want it, right? That's the reason why I left the union. So I don't like those faggots, man, because I don't like the way they are. Right? That's not freedom, right? Like, the union's got to go, too. It's got to break that fucking union. I don't give a fuck what Doug Ford anyone says. Like, that's like, it is fucking like killing our manufacturing, right? It's like fucking, even the Actors Guild, I'd get rid of that, too. I could break that, too. I don't care. Like, fuck. I just don't give a fuck. We're gonna do this. No. Like, you know, do this. No. It's like, no, I don't want to. You know, it's like, fuck. You want to do, like, you want me, like, oh, Brad, be a leader, so that, well, I have to do things my way. I know my fucking, part of the time, gut instinct says, no, don't do it, right? Follow what you believe in, right? You know, if everyone say, do this, and you say no, well, that's, you know, all I can say is the world is fucking flat. It's not round, right? Some people have different opinions. And follow their gut and fucking right? Follow their instincts and what's right. So, like, do this, do that. Like, fuck. I don't want to. Like, oh, me, Brad, you don't like the black community? Not really. Most people don't, right? Most white people don't, right? Like, we don't find you funny anymore. We just find you annoying, right? It's true. Don't think you're like, oh, like, Toronto Raptors can dress up in all kinds of silicon. I don't like their humor, like, whatever. Like, most people don't, right? Like, you know, most white people don't. Like, look, I'm trying to get them in the NHL. We don't really like them. Want them in the NHL in Canada, right? Like, they don't think, like, they think they're, like, this goofy fucking humor. It's like, I don't really like that, man. It's like, I don't really like you people either. So, like, fuck, so what? Yeah, you people. So what? Like, Thea Signorini, I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to hang out with Kingsley and those faggots either. They're your buddies, man. Like, I just want to hang, like, you're from 20 years ago. Like, go fuck off. Right? I couldn't give a shit either. It's like, fuck. They got better girls in America anyways, right? I've always dreamed of going to America. It's like, fuck.
A, I don't like it here. B, LA feels like home. I do love the people in LA. They're nice. They're fucking really nice. They don't really hate me for being me. It's like I can just do what I want. I'm happy there. They're like, we're with Brad. It's always sunny. Yeah, it's always sunny there. People are nice. They got a better attitude than you fucking people here. No one's making me do anything I don't want to do, right? I'm freedom, right? It's free. So like it's a different vibe here. We live in a socialist country here, and it sucks, right? Like I don't like it at all. When I'm in America, it's good. I can breathe. I'm free to be me. I'm happy. I'm myself, right? It's just like it's like I fit one of those fucking squares and fucking square pegs in a hole there, right? You know, I feel right good there. Here they're like, do it. Like, get married. Go. I don't want to get married. Like, I'm beyond that now. It's like fucking like, I'm like divorced guy now. Like, I'm like the bitter divorced fucking guy. It's like, oh fuck, well I did that. And that didn't work out well. I've never wanted the chicks here. It's like I never felt right here. Never felt like home. Like, you know, have kids here. Why? I don't like it here. You know, started feeling like fuck. Like, you know, if everyone else was like getting married, would you jump off a cliff? No, man. I don't want to. It's fucking stupid. Like, be Todd's friend. He's a so I don't get to watch the movies for free. I don't care. I can, and you can have it. Like, fuck. I saw that last Eternals movie. Like, fucking a clip of that. Remember that? It was stupid. Right? I think those fucking X-Men movies are like all those fucking Marvel universes. I think they're corny. I think they're running out of steam now. It's like, fuck. Like, do this to that. It's like, you know, I'd rather be Snake Plissken or fucking something else. Right? Just like, be Wolverine. I don't want to. It's like I think it's kind of done. Like they're boring now. All duper hero movies, fuck, they're all duper heroes, right? Like they're fucking. I don't know. I just find them corny and cliched now, right? It's like fuck. I like the anti-hero. I like the bad guys, right? I like guys like Snake Plissken and fucking you know, Conan and stuff. I like those fucking guys. I like the villain. I was watching General Zod there the other day, and it's like, you know, he's cool, man. My whole purpose is to protect, you know, Krypton, right? Like, that's his whole fucking thing. I'm sworn, you know, that is my purpose. No matter what, I must protect. That's what I was born to do, is protect the people of Krypton. I was kind of like, you know, I felt like I could sympathize for that guy, you know? Like, I like those guys. You know, like, it feels real. Whereas, like, you know, Henry Cavill's Superman felt corny, right? He feels corny, like, fucking, like, I don't know, it's like Tom Brady. It's like fucking like, he's too good. He's too goody-goody, right? It's like fucking, you know, he's too good. Like I said, 18-1, baby. That's all I got to say. No, Tom Brady's good shit. They're like, fuck, he is the winningest quarterback. 18-1. There was that one shot, right? When Superman, like fucking, you know, Doomsday came down and smacked the shit out of fucking Tom Brady and fucking kicked his ass. The fucking Eli Manning. Yeah, man, they should never retire his ass, man. He's awesome, man. He's like, I remember the fucking. They had a fucking close up of Brady. It looked like he was gonna cry, so they cut away from him. It's like, oh, those big crocodile tears, and it was like they ruined his perfect season. 18-1. But no, Brady is the winner. He's the best. He's the best quarterback of all time. I still like, you know, I like those guys though, the underdogs and shit. I like those guys, you know. Like Josie Dye, no. Like fuck, I don't like her. It's like fuck, what don't you understand? Like do this, do that. No. So what? Who cares? Like the black community's like trying to tell me to do something. I don't care about them either, right? It's like fuck. It's like fuck. The black community seems to think I care about them. I like them. I don't. They all like the Toronto Raptors dress up always silly costumes. I don't care. I don't like you. It's like saying I like Todd Shapiro, but I don't. I don't want to be his friend. Or Dan Levy. I don't want to be your friend either. It's like, fuck, you know what? I don't want to be anyone's friend in the Toronto media because I don't like them. I think they're all fags, man. It's like, fuck. Like, they're all geeks. Fucking winners, right? Like, I don't like them. It's like, I'm just being real. Like, you know, telling you the way I feel. It's like, I don't know what to say. It's like Snoop Dogg. I don't. Like hip-hop, I don't. I did like it when I was younger, but I was lying to myself, right? You know, I was being a poser, right? It's like, I don't have to fucking fake what I don't like, man. It sucks. It feels bad. It's like I'd be lying to everyone else that's out there in La La Land. And I'd be lying to myself, right? So you want a character I play 24/7. Well, this is it. I don't, I like, you know, sometimes I play a character, like I said, sometimes I play a character being polite and stuff like that, because it just helps me out. I'm not really like that, though, in my real life. Like, fuck. It's just like, it's not really who I am, right? It's just like, I get into coffee or fucking the bar, you know, why do I have to be rude to them? Right? Why do I have to be rude to them? Because they're just doing their fucking job, right? You know, fuck. They have to deal with fucking real dickhead customers and shit like that, isn't it? So I was like, fuck. And when I get drunk, I'm a real asshole, right? It's like, I'm a real fucking, I can be a real obnoxious drunk, right? So, like, I have given them a look a lot, and that's why I usually tip them pretty well, right? Because I know when I get drunk, I can be a real fucking prick. If I have the money, I usually tip them, those people really well. Because I know I'm fucking real, usually I'm fucking real fucking mouthy. And I say some really ridiculous fucking shit when I'm fucking drunk, right? So I fucking, just really ridiculous shit like that. But it's like, I don't want to be Todd's friend, right? I don't like Todd. It's like, you know, he's not my cup of tea, right? It's like, Josie Dye, I don't like you. I don't think, someone's got this illusion that they're an attractive woman. I mean, I haven't hit the gym for a long time, but I know I'm a good looking dude, right? I have to work out and eat right. Someone's got this fucking fantasy in her head that she's a good looking chick, right? That she's an attractive woman. You're not. You're fucking a fat chick. You got a big fat face, right? Like, you know, you have all the time in the world to work out too. Get a big chunky face. I think your personality is kind of geeky, right? You're kind of past your prime, like that. Like, we used to love listening around the 90s nooner, but I don't know, that was all like scripted and staged too, right? Like, we get the real Josie Dye. She's the feminist man. I hope men across Toronto wake up to really what she, like, you know, men who have testicles. Like, if you don't, you're stupid. If you like Josie, like, you're not a real man. If you like what she stands for, that's the thing about guys in Toronto. It's like they've had all their fucking balls clipped a long time ago, because we suffer from hyperfeminism here for a long time, right? And I don't really like that. I like hyperfeminine, but I don't like hyperfeminism. Like Samantha Matucci, like, fuck. Once again, the black people like, oh, like Samantha. I don't. And I don't like you. So what, right? Like, you know, I don't like that. They think that they're cool or something like that. That I seek black people's approval. I don't. I think they're all a bunch of fags too, right? We've been brainwashed to think that those people are something special. They're not, right? There's not. It's like Barack Obama was an idiot. Or like, you know, booty shaking. I'm not black, right? I don't like fucking booties. You know, I like, give up the boobie, right? That's who I am, right? Like, fuck, I don't give a shit about your fucking ghetto culture. It's like, now that we able to wake up, once you said that fucking white privilege thing, right? Those words can never come back, right? Once you did all those things, we're never forgiving you for that. You know that, right? Once we seize control of the media, like, you can call me racist. Oh, I don't care. I don't care, right? You know, fuck. Obviously, I'm like giving less fucks. Like, oh well, fuck. There's one guy. Oh, this one nigger was acting me up here with the black fucking thing. It's like, oh, you know, but he can do what he wants, but I can't say what I want. Or because I said no to Josie Dye, these Ukrainian guys are getting all uptight. Well, you've been really rude to me and fucking treating me like shit. Like Harvey Levine, fuck, go fuck yourself. He's like a little Russian Jew. It's like, fuck. I guess, you know, maybe it's time for some new fucking entertainment vehicles beyond TMZ, right? You know, maybe it's time for some other shit beyond TMZ. It's like, fuck. I mean, they just cater to the black community and they're only 1/8. It's like, who gives a fuck about them? He helps promote those fucking assholes and I don't like them. So like, fuck, and be friends with the black guys. If you want Mark Wahlberg, you got someone else. You need to get someone else, like, you know, do this and that. Like, I don't like them, period, man. You know, they're just lying, thieving bastards. They're horrible people, man. You know, I don't like this country because it's like, it's done nothing to invest in me. It's like, it opens doors and it closes them. Dudes, that's not. It's like, you know, be on TV. I don't want to be on Canadian television because they're all a bunch of fags. They say one thing and then, oh, do this and that. It's like, fuck. Why didn't you open the door for the first time? We've never heard of you. It's like, fuck. Security guard. I don't want to be a security guard, level red security guard. I'm a conservative blue guy. Oh, come make us. I don't wear level red. I'm a blue guy. Right? It is liberal red. It'll always be liberal red. There's no such thing as Republican red. Those are just liberals posing as conservatives. Okay. And those, once again, like, liberals are once again posing on both sides. Right? It's like, you know, Joe Biden is like, they're all wearing blue. They're liberals posing as conservatives. And you know, I saw fucking what's his name, The Rock, and Matthew, what's his name, or what's his buddy's name, Ryan Reynolds, liberals posing as conservative. I'm a Ronald Reagan type conservative, right? I like Ronald Reagan. He was awesome. he dreams some big dreams and fucking the fantasies of Reagan, fucking coming to fucking reality now, man. We can do all that shit. You know, child of Reagan, right? Reagan's awesome, man. Ronald Reagan's fucking the man. Like, but do this, do that. Like, you know, George Bush, more like Ronald Reagan. Right? Like, oh, and because that's what George Bush did. I don't love her, though. I never could. Like, oh, boo-hoo. Go, you know, Donald Trump says, you know what? Called Jeb Bush, you know, he just said, apologize to my wife. And Donald Trump's like, no, I don't want to, right? Because I don't want to. Like, Donald Trump's the man. He's a bit of hot water now. Like, Steve Bannon's been indicted, but whoa, you know, that guy's got a deal. You know, he's also made deals with Satan too, right? So he'll be okay. You know. But Josie Dye, it's like, fuck, man. It's like, oh, and Todd Shapiro, I can't stand with those guys because they're fags, right? It's like, you know, it doesn't matter what your religion are. If you're a fag, you're a fag. And there's no change in that, right? The games we play, it's like, you're a fag. I can play them too. You're a fag. I do like Kevin O'Leary, but you know what, Kevin O'Leary, there's even limits to that, buddy. Like, oh, Jose, I've never went down to her. When she had a radio show at fucking 102, I never went down to any of her fucking events, though, right? So obviously I didn't care enough, right? If I liked her that much, I would have went to one of her events, but I never did. So what does that say? You know what I mean? Like, what does that say? Like, fuck. But I've never gone down to one of her events, right? It's like, fucking, obviously, she's not that special, right? Like, I would have went to one of her events, right? That's what that says. I would have went down there, right? But I didn't. I've never went to a Josie Dye event before in my life, right? And I probably never will, right? So it's like, fuck, good for Jerry Seinfeld, but you know what? I'm my own man, right? And he's his guy. It's like, you know, Woody Allen. I found Woody Allen neurotic, right? I'm not into that neurotic shit, right? You know, I have to get up to you straight up. Like, fuck, so what? Like, I can talk and talk and talk, right? Like, I've talked straight for like a half an hour just about how I feel and how I don't like things. Right? So, like, fuck, I don't need to be told what to like and who to like, right? I know what I like. I know what my interests are. I don't want to be someone I'm not, right? Like, fuck. You know, because I hate myself and hate everyone else more than I already do already, right? Especially around me, right? I only want to surround myself with people I like and trust, right? If I don't like Todd and I don't trust him. He's a fag. He's, you know, an ugly goofball, right? You know, he's like, I know lots of girls. Like, fuck, have you seen his wife? I'm sure he does, but he doesn't know good-looking ones, right? Because he's Todd. He's a putz and a goof, right? Like, you know, it's like, have you seen his kid? I don't want ugly little children like you. I don't want to have any kids too, and if I did, I sure wouldn't want to look like you or have anything to do with you, because you're a fag. You know, like, you know, like every month, everything says, my body says, no. You're a fag. It's like Dina Pugliese. I don't care. You're fucking, who the fuck are you? No one. You're just some fucking Portuguese bitch. Another minority on the fucking media that I'm dying to get rid of. It's all fucking minority media now. It's like, fuck, who cares? You're just some fucking Portuguese hoe, right? Some commie panko bitch. At least he wants one. It's like, no, I'm good. It's called leagues, man. It's like, you know, I've got like big name celebrities chant my name, and you think you're someone special, and you want to open the door for me, and you think you can play games with me? I don't think so, right? Like, you guys are nobody, knowing nothing. But yet I'm sitting here. I'd rather stay here. I'd rather stay here, right? I'd rather stay here and cooperate with the Toronto media in any way, shape, or form now. Like, be a fucking. I don't want to be an MTVJ. Like, fuck. Like, well, how old am I now? Like I give a shit about that crap anyways. I don't. You're fags. You had an opportunity like that. But you want to play games and make me beg and grovel. I don't bow before anyone, right? You know, I don't fucking bow even my stomach and stand up straight. I don't do that. I give salutes and stuff like that, but I don't bow before anyone. I don't even bow before the Queen of England, right? Or anyone. I don't do that. It's like, fuck. Not even like, I don't. It's not in me, right? It's not in me to bow. I'm an asshole, right? It's like, fuck, go fuck yourself, right? It's like, I just don't do those things, man. So what? You're like, be this guy and do this guy. I'm just going to be myself, and what you see is what you get, right? Like, fuck. You know, ooh, like, even the Botox. Well, we've got Botox. Oh, well, who cares? I've got something better than that. It's called collagen, polychain reaction, collagen replication, right? What is it? Uh, Synthetic biology, collagen replication. I'm right into all that stuff. I mean, that stuff. That's who I am. This is who I am, man. It's like fuck. Why, well, I wear my hat backwards, so I'm Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, I do have a bad mask, motherfucker wallet. But it's more like a Charlie Sheen thing. I just I gotta be me, right? To be someone else is just like, saying like I like hip hop. I don't. I hate it. You know what I mean? I'm not doped into being fat or dressed in hip hop. I'm not a wigger. Right? You know, wigger. What is it? White nigger. Right? I'm a white guy who likes being white and doing white things. So what? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being white? Right? Like, come on, hang out with Paulie D and them. He's a nigger-loving faggot. Like, what do I give a shit about him? Like, I don't care. Right? He's just like, he's stupid. Right? He's like, he's a dope, he's a dumb. Like, hey, that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger, good for them. Good for them, right? They were, who cares? Right? Who cares? Like, I'll do my thing, right? Like, that's what they did. I don't have to follow someone else's blueprint, because Arnold Schwarzenegger just did his own thing, too, right? And I have to do my own thing, right? Like, good for him. I'm nowhere near as nice as Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Like, I'm a fucking jackass. Like, even those guys, I wouldn't want to hang out with them either. I would not want to hang out with guys with jackass. Like, fuck. So it's not my kind of bag. We're like punk rock skater guys. We're like a metalhead, right? I'm just like, hey, that's cool. That's good for you guys, and that's that. No, I wouldn't want to stay with Steve-O, because I think he's a fucking closet homosexual, right? I think Steve is closeted. Like, I do skateboarding. I never liked skateboarding. I'm a weightlifter, man. I do fucking kickboxing, shit like that. If you maybe snowboarding or something like that, but if you like that, if you like eating Nashville, good for you, right? And that's something you can do, right? But I have no interest in it. Like honking your balls, the clade of male semen or something that's going down or something like that. Honking your balls off the fucking guardrail. Like, have you guys not figured out how to develop some kind of like athletic cup for your nuts? Something like that, some flexible cup for your fucking balls. Like, would you not think about doing something like that after all this time? Like, you guys are so stupid. Like, I was like, if you're gonna do that, like, fuck, at least like get a cup for your nuts, like a fucking something, right? Like, cause that looks pretty fucking painful, and fucking keep on honking your balls on there, man. And like some flexible shin guard. Like, you guys are stupid. I've never liked skateboarding. I always thought those guys were queers. The whole skater boards, like, I don't like that either. I thought those guys are fags. I wear mod clothes and shit like that. I don't wear I might rip it. It's like, fuck, I wouldn't want to do that because I love my clothes. Like even this shirt, I love this shirt. It's like my favorite fucking sweater. It's like the Octane Spirit shirt. It's like the black and gray shirt. It's like fucking, it's like it's not like I'm nothing like that. Just like my own fucking dude, man. Like fuck, be myself, right? Like fuck Morrissey, whatever. Like I am who I am. You're like, oh, like fucking Kurt Cobain. I just love that riff, Billy Corgan, when he fucking just like the on Cherub Rock. I think he was the coolest, man. In the 90s, like there is going to be some 90s. I was heavily influenced by it too. More like the 80s though. Fuck the 80s though. It's the 80s. If this ever does get off the air ground, like fuck the 80s, 90s. It's gonna be like a big, strong conservative blues. Like in the 80s, things were like super British and things were fucking super fun, right? British culture is the best culture. Hip hop culture sucks. And I don't care, and like that's why Black Lives Matter. Who gives a shit about them, man? They're ruining everything. They're ruining pop culture and fucking they're nothing special. Like they're fucking 1/8, 1/32. I don't give a fuck about them. If they don't like it, they can I'm totally like anti-black immigration. They think they're cool. They're not. Black people are not cool. They're like ignorant fucking ignoramuses. So what if I don't like it, man? Uh-oh, Poto's got a fucking present for you. Uh-oh. Yeah. Like, Brad hates everyone. I get a kick out of this Filipino guy. He's fucking fun. This guy, Demi? He's fucking nice. He's always laughing, having a good time, and talks whatever, man. A, we have no money. And B, it's like fucking whatever, man. Do I need Brad's just, I don't like snotty people. Sometimes just generally people for who they are and their personality, right? Lots of people I don't though. Like, oh, but I have all this money, I can get you all these girls. Well, you know, you can keep that, Todd. I've seen your girls, right? Like, you can have all those things. I don't stand with Israel that much, like hanging with fags. A fag's a fag, right? He'll always be a fag. You know, like, right? He's a geek. Like, everyone in the Toronto media is a fucking fag. It's true. They're all fags. It's like, I like LA. I like America. I like LA. I like New York and LA. I like to go to Chicago, though. That would be fucking a blast. Like, I've kind of had it with Toronto. Like, I've been here. Like, I want to go exploring other cities. Like, I wish I was American citizen. I just travel America, right? You know, just travel America and just see what's going on, right? They're like, oh, Althea. Like, oh, who cares about her? I don't care about her. It's like, fuck. She's a midget. She's like a fucking another little dwarf. Who gives a shit about her? Like, you know, I like him like at least 5'7", like at least 5'6" to 5'7". It's like, you're a midget. It's like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Who cares though? You're fucking, exactly. Who cares? You know how many girls have told me to fuck off and shit like that? It's like, well, as a guy, it's like, well, who cares? Like, I don't mind telling chicks to people to fuck off. Most people don't meet my standards, both women and men. Like, guy friends, right? And most chicks don't meet my standards. Like, they're like, Jamie Clark. I don't fucking find, they're like, Clark, I don't find, like, you know, that was high school. Like, she was alright, but she's like a big, like, lumbersome horse, right? It's like, fuck, I don't really want her. Like, that's another thing. Like, get lost, man. For real. You're like a fucking big, oafish horse type creature. She was kind of cute in high school, but I never fucking drool over her. She was a good looking. I was like, man, whatever. Right, you know? She's out there like, Klarsky. I never really liked her. It's like, fuck. Like, don't you want this? No. Like, oh, you were with that black guy. That always works favors. White guys love that, right? Like, when seeing, like, oh, a white guy with a black guy, it's like, oh. It's like, you know, oh, then she's been defiled by a black nigger. Like, oh. And then that stuff gets in her crotch. You can never get that out. You can never get that smell out, right? Once you got that fucking stank in the tank, like, you can never get that out, right? I want you to know that, girls. Young girls, you can never get that out, right? That stank in the tank. You got a black guy in that? Oh, fuck off. That's gross, man. Because that's like fucking like, now you're gonna get like flies buzzing around your crotch for the rest of your life, right? You know, fuck, that sucks, man. That's why it's like important. As a girl, never sleep with a black man, right? Or else you get like fucking like, they get flies buzzing around, like fruit flies buzzing around your crotch, right? Because they fucking, in their semen, they just fucking secrete a fucking certain, it's got fucking stuff like that. These fruit flies go fucking crazy for it. Do you want to have fucking flies buzzing around your crotch 24/7, girls? I wouldn't. It's like fucking Nikki Benz. Oh, she's Ukrainian too, right? And she's slept with all those black guys. Oh, she's got fucking flies around her crotch now too. She does, right? And this, like, you know, down in fucking, you know where Nikki Benz is, a bunch of fruit flies falling around, right? It's like, fuck, you know. It's like, oh, good for you. Yeah, you sure showed me, Nikki Benz. It's like, fuck. Like, so who cares? Like, fuck. Most, you know, who cares, right? It's true. Like, fucking, what's that, Abby Rashford? Oh, you with black guys? Like, all these black guys, like, here, have this chick. I don't accept, like, you know, Kristen Ritter. Oh, thanks, Will Smith. I don't accept gifts from the black community. Right? So, fuck, thanks. You can have her, but thanks. She's nothing special. You know? I think, you know, oh, Kristen Ritter, we could easily replace all her roles with Gail Gadot, right? She'd do all the same. Fucking, she's a Jew, right? She's 10 years younger than Kristen. It's like, fuck, you know, hey, what's wrong with that, right? I don't really find her attractive or nothing like that, but she's like, cool too. Like, I don't know, I just don't. But she's not really my type. Like, I'm a Bombshell guy, but she's like, she's a good enough actress, though. Could do lots of things with her if we ever get this out of the ground. She's like good enough to do stuff with her, right? She's quite something or other, right? Like Mila Kunis, they try to make her a sexual too. I never thought of that. She's cute. She's like, what? Mila Kunis? Like, yeah, fuck, you know. I've seen better looking chicks walking the streets. Like, fuck. Sorry, baby. It's like, fuck. Does he? It's like, fuck. Sorry, honey. Like, you know. It's just not. It's like, I'm glad you're with Kelso. We'll just put it that I'm so happy with you with fucking Ashton Kutcher. You guys actually compliment each other. Well, it's like, I'm surprised you guys don't have your own like live action things like Dumb and Dumber. It's like fuck. Do you guys have handlers that take care of you guys at home? Like, you know, like do things for you, like, you know, show you how to use a dishwasher and stuff like that, because those guys are like fucking stupid. And it's like, you know, Rob Gronkowski, is he ripping off fucking Ashton Kutcher? You know, are those guys like the same guys? Can you tell Rob Gronkowski from Ashton Kutcher? It's like, he's like football Kessel, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's the thing though. It's like fucking like if you like a lot of young girls like, yo, I got this. I was living with I went with a black guy. Blah, blah. Yeah, you'll want to keep that a big secret when you get older, right? It's like fuck. When you're like, oh, you find out what they're really like, right? You know, yeah. They're all cool. They're all dope as fuck and stuff like that. When you find out what they're really like, right? As you get older, it's like, uh-oh. That's one of those things you want to fucking keep. But it's all on social media now. You want to keep it like, you know, So people find out about that stuff, right? Oh, you were with the Negroid? Oh, shit. Well, it's been swell, Susan, but, you know, it's, I have prior engagements, and don't call me, I'll call you, okay? And then, you know, you just find out she's been blocked. She finds out the next day that, you know, you put her on block and she's blocked from all your social media, right? It's like, fuck. It's like, oh, what's that one chick there? Like, Snoop Dogg's like on the fucking, what's that damn show? The Voice or whatever the fuck it is. I like some stupid shit. I never watch it, whatever one of those fucking sing-song shows. Sing-song. What's that thing you never want to watch? Like, fuck, what's that thing? Oh, Dr. Ken's cool, but like, they're like, hey, we got Snoop Dogg here, and he's oh, that's Nicole Schwarzenegger. Fuck, you know, I feel like, once again, you got a fucking black guy promoting you. It's like, and she's a black chick. It's like, thanks, I'm good, right? You know, fuck. Excuse me. I'm white. That's right. I'm a white guy. I'm a white. That's right. So, I need. Oh, yeah. Like I need like the Crips or something. And I was like, oh, Corey Fox. Sorry, babe. Fuck. I'm white. It's like, you know, my white privilege. Like, you people ain't nothing special, right? Like what they portray. Like once again, what they portray in the media, what they really like. Like, come party with us. No, thanks. You hang with The Rock. I don't really. I don't like his movies, and I don't really like him. It's like fucking. So what? I mean, I don't know who the fuck. Like, if you want me to go work in Hollywood, everyone's a fucking pussy. Like, even Jared Leto. I was thinking Jared Leto. Like, but then he did that big transgender movie, the fucking last fucking one thing with whatever. It's like, you know what a fag. You know what I mean, the actors are not as good as they used to be, right? Like I said, where's the Mel Gibson? Where's the Sean Penn's? Where's Brad Pitt's an okay actor. I don't say he's great, but you know, it's like, yeah, Keanu, and they're like, the Stonewall acting. Oh, whoa, you know, Brad Pitt, yeah, like they're, I don't know, they're like cardboard actors, right? You just put a cardboard cup of Brad Pitt or fucking Keanu Reeves. Oh, whoa, dude. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, whoa, totally. What is like Interstellar? Oh my god. Right, you know? Like, who cares? Like, fuck. You know? It's too bad Emilio Estevez, you know, she wasn't that bad an actor, man. She was actually okay. I don't know what the fuck happened to Emilio, man. Fuck. Emilio. What happened to Emilio? I remember I was watching him in Free Jacks. Like, fuck, that's a freak. He's alright, man. It's just fucking Shane, man. He's Martin Shane's son, man. Fuck, he's alright, man. What the fuck happened to him? What the fuck happened to Emilio Estevez, right? Like, fuck. He had a cool name, Emilio Estevez, right? You know? Because he's Hispanic. He got a Hispanic name, right? You know, Charlie went with the fucking Shane name. But Emilio Estevez is double action, right? Double barrel, right? Or something like that, you know? I miss movies like that, too. All these fucking superhero movies. Fuck, I miss great action movies, you know? Yeah, some 90s too. Like, they had some kick-ass action, you know, like fucking Steven Seagal and fucking, you know, Schwarzenegger had True Lies. I don't really like True Lies that much, but, you know, his 80s movies were fucking the bomb. They were fucking the bomb. Diggler, right? You know, they were really good, man. You know, him and Stallone's like, fuck me, it fucking killed it, man. They invented the blockbuster, man. I guess Jaws was the first one. Those guys just fucking ruled the ball. They never had two kings of the fucking box office quite like those guys, man. Like, back in the day, the fucking box office kings, like fucking Kurt Russell, all those guys, man. I mean, Tom Cruise still kills it at the same time. You know, he does kill it, right? He's pretty awesome, right? But Stallone back in the day, like, he invented the blockbuster pretty much. Like, yo, I'll be back, right? With that Austrian accent, right? You know, I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and I want them answered immediately, right? You know, yows, right? He's amazing, you know, Schwarzenegger. Like, you know, it's not a tumor, right? It's a fucking viral infection, some kind of fucking bullshit, right? It's some kind of shit. It's some kind of fucking bullshit. They poisoned me, right? Or, you know, get your ass to Mars, right? You know, he's just fucking. I mean, those '80s movies, the fucking best movies. Like, you know, Predator and stuff like that. He's awesome, man. Fuck, he was a hero for sure. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he certainly was, man. Like, fucking love him. And he's a conservative guy too. Big right winger guy. Fucking. He was definitely a hero, man. Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger as a kid. Like, fuck yeah. Total fucking great dude, man. Total awesome, man. He's just fucking a man, right? You know, I like the conservative guys. You know, like John McCain. Like, you know, like, you know, he even like fucking walked before. It's like, you know, his troops walked out before he did, man. Like, he could barely fucking walk, right? Like, he's fucking just rotted away in that fucking Viet Cong prison, right? And he said, no. So my guys will go before I go. I fucking do. Both his legs are fucking broken too. Like, he's a fucking hero. Like, you know, guys like that, man. Like, fuck. Like, what's there making movies about guys like that too? It's like, you know, I want to make a movie about Ronald Reagan, right? I want to make a movie about John McCain, right? You know, Donald Trump's the same, but nonetheless, he got captured. Yeah, it sucks, but fuck, shit happens, buddy. You know, fuck, he went and fought the fucking war, right? Unlike a lot of those other guys, he fought that fucking war, right? So McCain, right? John McCain, like, he's awesome, man. He did die of that fucking brain tumor too, but he's a real fucking tough SOB, right? You know, real fucking war hero, right? You know, like before his fucking like, you know, like, oh, like, he could have went out first, but it's like, no, he's a fucking U.S. Marine or some shit like that, right? It's like, no, my men will walk out before I do, right? It's like, so he had to go through all that shit. It's like, you know, no, they'll go first. Like, he's a real man, real. So I thought that was amazing, right? A real fucking. When I found out about that, right? Like, fucking, and you know, those guys just rotting away in those bamboo fucking water fucking pits and shit like that, man. You know, I was like, no, you'll let my guys go before I fucking go out of here. It's like, you know. So I thought, like, well, why isn't that guy fucking? Why haven't they made a movie about that, right? You know. But real heroes, man. Like, I'm tired of all these. Like I said, I am tired of, like, superheroes to some degree, right? You know, like, where's that fucking story, man? Why is that not told? You know what I mean? Why is that not told? It's like the Scullys and stuff like that, you know, that fucking Scully thing. But his story is like, fucking, that's amazing, man. To have that much fucking mental toughness just to fucking say fuck off. You know, no, that my fucking men will go before I ever do. You're damn fucking straight, man. Just to make sure, because I know the way you fucking assholes are. If I go out first, I may never see these guys, may never walk out of here. Right? So, fuck. That's a real hero, man. A real fucking hero. Yeah, those guys are fucking, like, you know. I mean, what was I watching? That fucking movie with the fucking Mark Wahlberg, Lone Survivor. It's all right, but it just showed those little guys getting slaughtered there. It's like they should shouldn't be there. Guys like Chris Kyle, though, right? You know what I mean? You know, he's like that. You know, like more movies about that. Like, superheroes are great, but it's like, what about real heroes, man? What about real heroes? What about a movie about the fucking some of the first responders, 9/11, right? About that, right? 9/11. Yeah. about those, like, about the fuck guys and how they respond on the first day of that, man. Based off, true events, right? What about those heroes, man? What about heroes like that? Your everyday heroes, right? So like, oh, but like we're all focused on these dope fucking like, whatever. Like today, they're going on about this Aubrey guy, right? Like, oh, the black community, oh, we're so hard done by, fuck that, man. I mean, I watched the fucking thing in fucking Tampa, Florida, on YouTube. How some black guy killed his fucking, he sentenced like 92 years or some shit like that. Like fucking quite a long time, right? But, I didn't get quite the whole story, but, he just got sentenced for that. Like, he moved back to his baby mom and those kids, right? Fucking his kids. Fucking, he killed his fucking daughter, right? He kills like 3 of his kids. Where's fucking Al Sharpton on that one? Where's Black Lives Matter on that one, right? How come Fox News and CNN ain't blowing that up over the headlines, right? Because it's only convenient for them to like cover the George Floyds and the fucking Aubrey fucking ones, But this guy goes and kills it with no one saying boo about that, right? Like they're all good boys. They're all they're all a bunch of punks. I don't care, man. Like, I'm fucking enough their fucking story. Like, get Steve Harvey off the air. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Fuck. We've all had enough of his shit. All their fucking. They're only 1/8, right? It's fucking nothing for all this fucking hootenanny about them, man. Nothing special, man. Like, they're like, talking about burning. Even the one black guy. I didn't finish that, but like, you said that, man. Once again, you said all that shit, man. You said all that stuff, right? You guys have said all this shit, man. I was like, just turn them off, man. They're garbage. They're trash. And like, they're not like white trash that's got more class than they do, man. I'm just sick of their crap, man. They're nothing special. Like Barack Obama got elected for one reason. Why did Barack Obama get elected? One reason. Because he's black. Not because he's a good president or nothing. He was a shit president. He's black. And like, I don't have to like them. Because they obviously made a big public statement how they didn't like us. So why should I have to like them? Right? Why should I have to like them? I don't. So what? Does that make me a bad person? When they fucking sucker punched me in a nightclub, told me I couldn't stand here. Of course, they almost broke my nose. They tried to. Fucking got us gushing blood. So you can't stand. I gotta stand to it. I told those niggers get the fuck off. Right? And then, I went down there next week. Right? Fucking right I did. Right? Fucking right I did. Right? So fuck. Oh, look at that. Still one joint. Right? Sure I did. Right? So they're nothing special. Or when they, stole that fucking bracelet off my wrist. Fuck. Right? Stole that bracelet off my fucking wrist. Right, they stole it off my wrist. And then, what else they do? They smashed my ride and stole everything in it. Right, my jacket, all my funky sunglasses, everything was gone, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? Other than there's Derek Moore, he took me for a ride, but, it was fucking partially my own fault, but still. All you had to do was paint the fucking, he was an idiot, though. It's like, fuck. So I don't feel sorry for the black community at all. It's time for us to stop doing that. They're not cool, man. They're dumb. They're a bunch of fags. I don't ever want, I don't want to be like them or nothing like that. I'm not, want to emulate black culture, be black, or anyway. I like being white, right? I don't think they're cool or nothing like that. It's like, they're nothing special, no more than anyone else. It's like, fuck. They say I like big butts. I don't like big butts, and I cannot lie. Josie's a liar. I hate liars. Josie lies and lies and lies. That's another thing. She's just like one of them. It's okay to lie and all that stuff like that. She's just a lying piece of crap, right? Good for Howard Stern. Like, is that what Howard Stern and Robin? Blah, blah. I don't want to be like that. I want to be my own man, right? My own guy, my own individual, right? Be like, that's what this guy did. That's what he did. I'm my own guy, right? Like, who cares? I want to be me. Be this guy. It's like, I'll just be me. Just be Brad as myself, right? Or Larry David or whatever. I'll just be me. They want this and that. It's like, well, you fucking say this doesn't mean Thea. I don't give a fuck about her. Who gives a shit about her? Wouldn't that be cute? Fuck off. Just be myself. Because everyone else, I love that about when I ask her, well, I'll be myself. Because you know why? Everyone else is taken, right? I can only be myself, right? because everyone else is taking. I encourage everyone else to be themselves too, because everyone else says just be who you want to be, right? Be your own person, right? Because remember, like we haven't cloned anyone yet, as far as I know. Maybe they have cloned. Maybe who knows? Who knows, right? Because you're everyone is. I was reading this one book. It's called How to Make Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? I mean, he was a real prick too, right? Or that was another Dale Carnegie. Around the same period though. Anyways, he says just remember or something how to stop worrying and fucking forget people. It's like like I just turned the media off and who cares about Toronto media? Who cares, right? Like fuck them. It's like what the fuck is it? You're only 1 in 500 billion. So the chances of another one of you coming around without cloning people yet are slim to none, right? So just be yourself, right? I'm not worried about being this guy or that guy or trying to keep the black community happy. They're like, we're with Brad. I'm not with you. You're not my audience. Like you're 1/8, so I don't care. So that's what of record sales or whatever the fuck or whatever. If I do this thing, you're not who I want is. My people is probably like white people or whitish people that listen to rock and roll and shit like that, right? Like you're not my audience. Obviously, Scooter Braun and all that stuff has been fucking around with the fucking what do you call it, charts. You don't think fucking Dr. Dre or fucking any of those hip hop guys can buy a number one on that fucking shit? Sure they can. Sure they can, right? Like that Tekashi X9's like, oh, you can buy a number one thing. I'm sure you can. I'm sure all those hip hop guys, they're a bunch of, they're like Jay-Z and Beyonce and those guys. I'm sure they've been buying number one on the charts for a long time, right? I like who's buying Beyonce charts. Oh, like Kristen Ritter's like, single girl Beyonce fiance formation. Single fucking, go for it, I just do it with someone else. I don't like you, like fuck off. I'm not into you, like, Barack Obama, you guys can sell it, so you can have her, fuck, who cares? I don't want her, like there's a lot of chicks out there, who gives a shit? I'm a conservative, she's a liberal, so what? Who cares? Like the 90s, I'm an 80s guy, I don't like the feminism. I like hot, sexy chicks, right? Like fuck, all that liberal feminism, go fuck yourself. Go shove it up your cock with a fucking, sideways, bitch. I don't care for fuck. I don't like that. I've had enough of that. 90s, feminism, girl power. If anything, it's manpower. It's like, fuck, we've had enough of that stuff. White manpower. I could say white privilege or white power. Like, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, I've had enough of that. All this old left feminism shit, like, I just don't care. Women try to tell me what to do. It's like, fuck. But then no one all these feminists, team up with the fucking black guys to fucking emasculate the white man, right? It's like, but it's okay when they're calling women bitches and whores and fucking promo cameras. Or talking about, Wayne Brady got to slap a bitch out. If a white guy does it, it's fucking bad. But I'll do it. I have no problem with that. I'm slapping a fucking chick or whatever. Fucking when I get this thing. I'm not opposed to violence against women, right? It's like, because, if you have to make a choice to the emasculation of the white male or violence against women, violence against women is going to lose, right? Because they're always like, I'm the fucking bad guy. Like, these guys are fucking putting bullet holes in chicks' fucking feet. But I'm the bad guy, right? Well, I don't have a problem smacking that shit, too. It's like, I don't have a problem with that. It's like, fuck, stand my ground as a man. Like, shut, I don't care. The cops can start turning a blind eye to that, too. It's like, fuck. I think that's time to start, fuck, like I said, once the queen is dead, we'll have a new king, right? I'm singing a new reign of masculinity. Well, here's fucking Papa Smurf. He don't like me too much, but who cares? He can have him puff. He's like just some skinny little crackhead in the fucking nursing home, whatever the fuck it is. So what do I, he's one man's opinion. It's like, oh well, he thinks I have to give a shit about him. I don't. Right? I don't. I do this to that. I'm always Ukrainian. Oh, because I don't like Josie because of the weird little games you guys play. Well, you're just a fucking weird little elf people. Well, so fuck off. So do this. Morrissey. Yeah, I know, some Morrissey, but but once again, if you treat a guy good, fuck, you'll probably treat him pretty good too, right? But all this feminism stuff's like, oh, I have a relationship, Judge Judy, I think it's time for her to step down. All that fucking, you like a girl like that? I don't. I don't. I guess my father did, but I never. Like, don't you like that, Brad? No. Not at all. That's what Josie's about, right? Screaming and yelling and fucking bitching and cunting about. Like, you can have that. Fuck. Especially when you look like that, too. Who wants that? Or Todd Shapiro, my newest friend, I'm an idiot and a moron. I never forget that. I'd rather stay here than be his friend, right? I don't want to have any friends in the Toronto media. Or Josie and Joel, like, you know, you guys got Alexis on fire. That ain't music to me. As for Rob Zombie, you know, like, oh, my new best friend Dave Chappelle. Hate to tell you this, Rob Zombie, I'm not really a fan. You know, I'm not really a fan, but is he? Yeah, he's okay. He's not great enough for that. Some people are real big fans. So I'm just think he's okay. I'm not really a big fan. I don't mind some of his stuff, but I don't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs whenever or nothing like that. So it's like, fuck, do this, do that. It's like, fuck. Of course, yeah. Did The Crow 3 or something like that, which is okay. Some of his movies were okay. It's like, do this, do that. It's like, no, I'm quite happy, like, fucking doing things my way and being happy. Gene Simmons and stuff like that. It's like, you know what, buddy? Hey, that's great, buddy. I like your fucking business models like that, but you know what? I want to do things my way. Right? You know, do everything this way. Do this and do that. It's like, you know what? No. I'm happy now. It's like, you know, I'm actually kind of like, I'm living in a fucking thing here, but I'm happy. Like, I'm not complaining. Like, oh, do this, are you? I'm not complaining. Who's complaining? The media. You're complaining. Right? The Toronto media. I don't want to be in your damn show. I think you're a bunch of geeks. In fact, I always did. Like, you know what, Todd? He's a fucking queer. You know? Oh, we've got Lindsay Pelos. You can have him. Who cares? There's lots of girls like that. Who cares? You guys have, no, we can have this and that. It's like, who cares? That's rad. Like, you know, oh, we can give you all these girls. Who cares? There's lots of chicks like in America, too. It's like, fuck, oh, you can have all, there's not enough money. Or Toronto girls aren't that good to begin with, right? They're like fucking subpar, right? Canadian girls are actually subpar. It's like, you know, Pauline, I don't give a fuck. They're not that great. They're not good. They're just so-so, right? They always will be. Like, you know, what's the old phrase, you know? A Toronto 10 is a California 6, right? It's like, fuck. So, like, they think they're attractive. Like, I've seen beautiful women in America. It's like, fuck, they have some good... And New York's got full of them, man. Holy shit. New York's got a fucking lot of fucking beautiful girls. Holy shit, me. Right? They have some fucking smoking fucking super primo honeys, man. Holy. Better than LA. It's like, New York is like the fucking... the creme de la creme. Right? Fucking super primo fucking honeys, man. Apparently, you know what? New Jersey got a lot of fucking chicks. Like, I don't have to hang out with New Jersey Shore to hang out with New Jersey, right? Because it's like, it's not all Italian there, right? But like, it's so fucking good. Like, apparently like a lot of those fucking chicks sing like that, right? Right? Like the creme de la creme. Right? So like, oh, I'm a big meanie. It's like, I don't know. I have a fucking great time in America, to tell you the truth. America's like, fuck. America, right? It's like, you know, runs on Budweiser. Fuck, I love America. It's fun. It's like full of Irish people too. It's like, fuck yeah. I really get in touch with my Irish side there. It's like, yeah. It's like, fuck. It's awesome, man. It's like never have I been so happy to be Irish. I have danced around New York City. Fucking, I remember being on the dance floor. Like, hey, it's all these fucking. We're all having a big party. It's fucking great. Like those people know how to party properly. Like they're always going on with these hip hop. Like, why the fuck gives a shit about them? Like Irish people, fuck, those guys know how to party, man. Fuck. You know, those guys super know how to party. I'm also Scottish and English too, right? It's like, fuck, like, we don't know how to party? Fuck, I had a great time in New York City. At some of the nightclubs there. It's all these fucking, like, I didn't give a shit. Like, fuck, oh, Brad's like, fuck, who gives a fuck? I had a lot of fun with those people, man. I had a great time in New York. I usually do, like, fuck. Bars are open at 4 o'clock in the morning there. It's like, fuck yeah. It's like fucking premium. But you have to pay some premium fucking cover charges at this place. It's $40 to get in. Like, I went to this town nightclub. That place fucking sucks. I never go there again. It's like a fucking, like, a boogaloo party. You know? And then they told me, like, oh, this one place, oh, I can't go here. It's reservation. Yeah, fuck you. You can have it. Don't worry about it. I remember shit like that. It's like, oh, fuck. Like the Irish Embassy here in Toronto, I was like, you know what? Oh, you know what? You can have it. It's like, don't worry about it. There's lots of bars like that. They want to be snooty snots? Oh, fuck. You're talking to one of the world's most arrogant pricks out there. Like, fuck. I hate snotty people, but I'm also, I can be quite arrogant. Like, once you rub me the wrong way, it's like, oh. That's it. It's like, it's usually like fucking, I'll never take you back, right? It's like, once you kind of like fucking, I'm pretty like, it takes a lot to do that, but once you do that, it's like, fuck, there's no going back. It's like, white privilege, there's no going back, no, ever. Ever going back, right? I'd never forgive you for that, ever. Especially when I said that your numbers are so low, like, you give a shit. Talk about misrepresentation, right? Talk about mass misrepresentation, right? I was like, Todd Shapiro, I'm an idiot and moron. Whoops, okay, hey, well, that's it, I'm an idiot and moron. Never forgive you for that. Like, you're a goofball. I'm fucking like, I'd never want to hang out with you. You can pay me enough money to be his friend. Like, oh, Brad, you'll die horrible. Okay, cool. You're a fag. Like, at least it beats hanging out with fags, Dan Levy, he's a fucking queer. Who cares? Like, fuck, who gives a shit? We've got Josie Dye. Fuck, she looks like she's got a fucking bad case of the mumps, man. Like, fuck, she's fat. Who cares? Like, shit. And this is me being how I honestly feel. Like, Josie Dye. It's like, fuck. I'm a conservative blue guy. I don't like Black Lives Matters and all that stuff like that. I don't care. Like after that, I said that was it. Like, my new best friend, Michael Shea, I don't want to have any black friends. Right? I don't want to have any black friends. It's like, because of the fucking shit you said, it's like, fuck, why would any white person want to have any black friends now? I know I wouldn't. It's like, all these people, it's like, oh, come and do our show. Like, Howard Stern, go fuck off, too. Serious Exam can go piss up a rope, too. Like, I couldn't give a shit about those fags. Serious Exam, now you're just getting on a streaming platform. Like, what are you, stupid? And they're like, Todd Shapiro, you can keep it. Right? I'm not interested in being a thing like that. It's like, I don't want to. It's like, fuck. What if I just, like, did my own podcast? Like, that's where it's at. Like, we don't need that anymore, right? I used to, like, plug myself into Apple, like, and listen to that, right? They have podcasts on there, right? They have Spotify. But they're like, oh, Todd, no. What don't you understand? Like, what's his name? Joe Rogan. Like, hey, fuck off. You know what I mean? Fuck off, buddy. You're a fucking fag too. It's like, fuck, if you're going to choose, if you have to make a choice, radio person, I don't want, because of Todd and Josie, I don't want to be their friend. Like, I don't want to work on radio. I don't have time for it, and I don't want to. I got better things to do, apparently, right? Like, do this, do that. It's like, no. It's like, Donald Trump, he's like not telling him to fuck off. No, right? Donald Trump's back in the media again. Oh, he's back in court. Oh, fuck. Donald Trump is like made of Teflon. Nothing ever sticks to that guy, right? So, fuck, he's awesome, man. Donald Trump, I love Donald Trump. He's a fucking man. Donald Trump, you keep on fighting the good fight, buddy. So what's that song? Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. He's a real, and he's the American dream. Like, he's a big sick. He's awesome. I love Donald Trump, man. I wish I was big enough to give him a hug, because I sure as fuck would, man. He's like, fuck, I love you, Uncle Donnie. Like, he's a big fucking, big, huge uber. Like, he's like 6'4", right? He's like fucking humongous, right? He's like a big alpha male guy, right? He's like made America the skyline there. Has all the fucking good pussies he wants. Cause why? Cause I'm fucking Donald Trump. I'm a fucking multi-billionaire. Why wouldn't I? And all these like people hating on him. Donald Trump. Yeah, like I give a fuck. Hey, Melania. It's like it's like fucking a new fucking scent. Melania. Oh yeah, that's right. Cause that shit smells great. Fuck. I fucking lap that shit up, right? Fucking right. I'm Donald Trump, man. Like fuck. Fuck. I'm Donald Trump. Like, fuck, I swim and, like, fucking, I do backslopes and fucking great pussy. Fuck. He's awesome, man. Donald Trump's awesome. I don't care if the media, he's used to that, but, he's always, like, they're like, Clinton the comeback kid? No, it's like, fucking, Donald Trump's, like, the fucking, we are the champions. Like, that says his song. He's, like, fucking no time for losers. He's a total fucking winner, man. He's the essence of winning. It's like, he should, like, bottle his sweat or something like that. The Essence of Winning by Trump. Right, should write a book, actually, The Essence of Winning by Trump. Fuck. The Essence of Winning by Donald Trump, right? Like, he's fucking awesome, man. Real kick-ass dude, man. Like, fucking, like, a real Another, like, he's a big loudmouth guy and he says all kinds of shit. So I'm the same way. But he's a real fucking hero, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes the conservatives fight over it because it just gives them airtime. Like, oh, John McCain's a loser, blah, blah, blah. Right? But once again, it's like, it gets us talking about us and not talking about liberals, right? So that's even better, right? Sometimes, it's all spin doctor shit, right? No, he's fucking awesome. I love Donald Trump. Mike Pence. I like Iron Pence. Iron Mike. Fuck, he's awesome too, man. Iron Mike Pence. Fucking governor of Indiana. Of course, they like those twats too. I hate them. Like, I don't believe in rage marriage. He's a behind a lot of fucking that Trump fucking shit. Like, being a warrior and stuff like that. Yeah, like, cause that's who we are. Like, fuck. We need to make a lot of conservative media, right? Like, fuck. He's like bigger. I like Reagan too. Mike Pence is fucking awesome too, man. Oh, I like all those guys, man. Like conservative fucking blue, man. Not this liberal red shit. Like, I like that better. Conservative red, like, it's liberal red, conservative blue, man. That's our true colors, man. That's the fucking balances of fucking right. Like, liberal red is like fucking not me, man. And the liberal reds are like nicey nice. They're like, they play nicey nice guys, but they're not. I'd rather be a dickhead and give it to you real than fucking like pretend I have something I'm not. Like, oh, I'm just gonna sugarcoat everything. Nicey nice. I'd rather not. I like conservatives. Like, oh, we like science and technology. Why are we getting told to shut up by these fucking liberals? Why? And to do what we're told, do this, do that. It's like, why? I don't give a fuck. Do this, do that. No, I don't want to. So what? Like I said, I'm living in the fucking... Where's your fucking crazy yo-yos? But I don't care, man. It's like, fuck, I don't even hate them. I don't even hate some of these people. It's like, fuck, some of them are quite interesting. Like my buddy fucking, what's his name? The fucking Filipino guy. He's missed his front tooth, but I get a lot of laughs with him. He's like, having some laughs. He's happy. Like, fuck, what's his name? Demi. Demetrius or something like that. He's got a Greek name. And he's like fucking... He's like, happy, right? He's a happy fucking guy. He's not doing drugs, nothing like that. He's just like me. He's like SOL, right? It's like, fuck, oh well, fuck. Big deal. He told me, don't worry about it. Don't worry, everything's gonna be out. You live in Canada, right? Like, fuck. Fuck. So, that's one thing, right? You live here, it's like, fuck. It could be worse, man. Like, it could be worse. Like I said, I'm not living in a mud hut, fighting off. Like, I have clean drinking water and all kinds of shit. Like, fucking pavement, right? So, fuck. I'm like, it's not the worst, man. Could be much worse. Could be at Josie's house. It's like, ooh, thanks, I'm good. Like, I'll take this over that. It could be at Todd's house. Ooh, I'll take this over that. Thanks. Could be at Dan Levy's house. Ooh, no thanks. No hide the salami for me, bud. I'm quite happy here. It sounds like, I'm fucking at a good place. I'm at a good, safe place, right? So, that's where I'm at. Like, hey, we had some interesting character, like, and they're like, Josie die. No. Like, do this, do that. It's like, yeah, no. I'm afraid not. Like, I don't care. The Cowboy Rod. Like, Colin Jost is a liberal, right? He says he's a conservative. He's a liberal. He's a Dutchman, too. Dutch people hate us, right? Dutch people hate us. It's like French people hate British people, too. It's like, fuck. It's a shame you feel like that, buddy. It's like, fuck. But they just hate us. Like, Justin Trudeau's living this proof, like, French people hate us, man. It's like, fuck. It's like, oh, that's like, I'm a Brad supporter. I'm just not watching the Toronto media anymore. It's like, I'm trying to the Canadian media. Like, I'm a Brad supporter. It's like, I'm not watching any more Canadian media. I don't give a fuck what I think. Do this and do that. It's like, go fuck off. Fuck off Toronto media. Fuck off Canadian media. In general. I really couldn't give a shit about you guys. It's like, fuck. At all. Be this guy's friend. Be this guy's friend. I don't want to be your friend. It's like, fuck. I don't think he wants any friends. I can't see really too many people in Hollywood I'd like to hang out with, man. You know, like who would you want? Who would I want to hang out with in Hollywood? They all seem Jimmy Kimmel. I would hang out with Jimmy Kimmel. I like Jimmy Kimmel. Like he's got a family and stuff like that, but he doesn't go drinking and party now. But whatever, I do. But I would hang out with Jimmy Kimmel because he's a dick. You know, he's about it. So far, it's like I've got one person I like to hang out with in Hollywood. You know, like one guy I do like. It's Jimmy Kimmel because he's a prick. He's a dick. He says some like Dave Letterman type shit. He's a bit of a dick. Right? Everyone else is too nice. But he's kind of like, he's a bit of a dick. He doesn't hold back. Like Kamala Harris, yes, Jimmy. Oh, fuck, he's awesome too. He's a bit of a dink. And he's not afraid, right? I think he's awesome, right? Like, he calls him for voice. Like, I don't like Trump, I don't like Trump. He's not afraid to say I don't like Kamala Harris here, right? I don't think of that. I'm sure he's like really impressed with Joe Biden too, right? Fuck, I haven't watched the show in a while. But I like him too. He's like a big Christian guy too. It's like, yeah, but, oh, it's okay, Brad. You hate Muslims. You're not too impressed about Black Lives Matters? Yeah, me neither. Or what they said about us? No, me neither, buddy. Of course, he's like still promoting Todd Shapiro. It's like, well, Todd's a fag. It's like, you know. But I do like Jimmy Kimmel. That's one guy I do love. Jimmy Kimmel. ABC, Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, he's got the hard rock guys and heavy metal people. Yeah, right. People I like when everyone else is doing pop. No, Jimmy Kimmel still has like guys like Disturbed and stuff like that on. He'll have like fucking. He would have Metallica on there. He's the coolest man. He's got some really cool talented guests on there too. Right, he's a prick. He says he's a liberal, but I don't buy that. He doesn't seem like too much of a liberal to me. Not really. He works for ABC Fox. Yeah, okay, I'll bet, right? I'll bet Jimmy Kimmel's a fucking. I'll bet he is, right? So I'm just thinking, I don't think so. He does says a lot of nasty things about Donald Trump, but he still keeps him relevant in the media, right? So I wonder if he's such a fucking liberal as he says he is. He's a fucking maximum freedom, minimum government guy? Yeah, me too. That's my kind of fucking thing, right? I don't like being told to do it. You know? Like now the fucking gays are like Andy Cohen's telling me who to love. Yeah, okay, I'll get right on that faggot. Like, why don't you go start loving chicks and then get back to me? You and Harvey Levine. You guys go start loving women, and then get it back to me on who I'm gonna love, fag. Right? Like fuck. Tell me what to do. Right? Tell me how to live my life, and now the gays are telling me who to love, and the women are like, I like you. I didn't choose you. It's like, I didn't choose you. It's like fuck, Josie. Like fuck. I didn't choose you. Oh, I guess Snooki says so. One of the biggest idiots in fucking television. Like fuck. Snooki? Oh, fuck off. Like, I'm taking advice from Snooki. It's like fuck. Snooki's actually, I don't know how the fuck Snooki got herself an investment lawyer or something like shit like that. You know, like I never watched. I'm sorry, girls. I never watched an episode of Snooki and Jay Well, so you know. I'm sure it was great and all that stuff like that. Snooki and Jay Well fucking, you know, old dogs go to heaven or something like that. You know, Snooki and Jay Well go to the track, right? Like I don't know, fuck, right? And they're like, oh, I like Jay Well. It's like, well, Jay Well. It's like, fuck, sorry, baby. I don't think so either, babe. There's better chicks out there than you. Like you're used, right? You're used. Nonetheless, I could have helped fix up your little guy though. Like I'm sure I could go with fixing that. It's like Lorenzo's Oil, right? You ever watch that? Their kid wasn't making a protein or something like that, so they actually fixed them. They didn't have the technology they did, but that's just a really good movie. It's with Antonio Banderas, and they made some fucking thing out of fucking oil. It was a lipid or something like that. He was messing or something. He wasn't producing something like that. But they fixed them. Lorenzo's Oil. So it's really good. Check it out. Brad's pick of the week, right? Lorenzo's Oil. It's a really. They don't make movies like that anymore. It's like once like those real. Well, yeah, the '80s kicked off in a lot of fucking kick-ass movies, but the '90s had some good Academy Award performances too, right? They had some fucking amazing fucking films in the '90s too. '90s too, for sure. They did have some amazing films. They're just not making good films anymore. Like, you know, I wouldn't mind doing some remakes though. Quite a few remakes, right? Like, fucking, if I do get this off the ground, woo, like my hair's not falling out, woo. Like, what was the fucking, the Birdman of Alcatraz? Like, fuck, that's a classic one too, right? Instead another Ice Cube or Friday, like, get out of here, fag. Just get away from me, right? Completely. Do this, do that, right? Like, fuck. Like, Josie Diaz, this guy drops his glass pipes on the fuck. He's a nice guy, but fuck. Sorry, Tom Brady. I ain't fucking happy. I'm, like, free to be me. Right? Express myself and be myself who I am. Josie, like, when I was all doped up on socialized medicine, she was, like, in the hospital. Is that someone you'd want to have kids with? Like, who think gets a kick out of that? Like, she's some real nasty shit. And, like, be Howard Stern. I don't want to be Howard Stern. I want to be me. Or be this guy. Be that guy. I don't want to work in radio. But thanks for making us relevant. Fuck off. Radio's dead. Fuck off and leave me alone. Do this and that. Thanks for making us relevant. I don't watch that. I've been down there thinking, I don't want to be on CP24. And I don't want to be on City TV either. It's like, fuck, So it's just like, you're fags. I'm not. You always were. Like, he's always got another one. Man, I don't want any of the Toronto girls. They're fags. You can just have all those fucking chicks. Oh, you can have all the Toronto girls you want. Who cares? Like, it's just like, they can dress up all the silly costumes, all the latex suits. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Right? Like, I don't like you people. Like, I'm cooler than you are. You're all a bunch of fags. It's the truth of it. I always was, right? You can play all the games you want and fucking jerk me around and, like, put me in a mental hospital and all kinds of shit like that. It's like, fuck. You're not really doing a great place of selling yourself, right? And you can play all the games you want. If Josie dies, like, no, thank you. Why? Because some meth head told me to do so? I'm here to impress, like, give a fuck what he says. I don't care. I'm thinking fucking a guy from fucking, or people who invest their life on all, like, fucking glass pipes and shit like that. No, man. No. It's like, fuck. No. Don't do this, do that. It's like, fuck. Why? It's like, shit, man. It's like, fuck, do this, do that. It's like, fuck off. Be on the Toronto media. I hate it. It's like, fuck, be this and that. It's like, no, I'd be like, be on Saturday Night Live. No, I go be a fucking serious regular on Jimmy Kimmel Show. Fuck it. Like, there's no time for Saturday Night Live. We're really proud be on Saturday Night Live. Nah, I'd be on Jimmy Kimmel Show. Fucking have laughs. Lots of laughs, man. I think I'd be more happy there. It's like, do this, do that. I'm a conservative guy. Like Walt Disney, they'll be ready to thaw that guy soon. He'll be fucking pissed right off. I want control my company again. Uh-oh. He's gonna be fucking fuming. What's all this cornball shit? What do you do? You got all these people running my company. Fucking all these faggots running my company. What the fuck? He was a Nazi sympathizer too, right? So fuck. Walt Disney was a Nazi sympathizer. Have you ever seen some of his fucking World War II fucking propaganda films? Uh-oh. Someone has broken a glass pipe. Whoa. Leave my shoes on tonight. Do this, do that. It's like, fuck. But I don't want to. What about my fucking choice? What do I fucking care? My feelings and how I feel. Don't I get a say in this? I want to be happy for me. It's like, fuck. I'd rather not be married than to be married to someone I fucking don't like, right? It's like, fuck, do this. Or have no children that have children with people I don't like, right? And they're like, have all these kids. I don't want to. It's like, fuck. Because then I have to pay for them and fucking, be a fucking something like that. If I don't like you, it's like, well, what's the point? No, I don't like your mom, right? Like, I didn't really want to have you, buddy. It's like, fuck. So it's like, you're kind of like a fucking waste of semen, man, in other words, right? How would they make the kid for it? Like, I hate you, but it's like, I just don't really want to. It's like, fuck. So it's just not right. It's like I'm anti-abortion, but at the same time, it's like I don't believe in fucking having kids that you wouldn't want to have. It's like, it sounds stupid. Right? Just because everyone else is like, Josie died. All these little fucking meth head people. I don't care. Fuck your meth heads. Why do I listen to you guys? You gotta ask yourself that question, right? Right? Like, Josie died. It's like, fuck. No, she treated me like shit. It was really rude. Actually, I'd say I take myself really seriously. I'd say I take myself fairly seriously, man. You know what I mean? And I think she's rude. She's Ukrainian. She's Ukrainian. I thought she was an English girl. English. She's a Ukrainian. She's not English. She's Ukrainian. Right? It's like, fuck. And like, being a Ukrainian is nothing to be proud of, man. Is that something you want to fucking, not, like, don't tell anyone. But if you're a Ukrainian, it's like, fucking just don't tell anyone about that. Just think you want to tuck that down. And like, because they're weird, man. They're strange people, man. They are a bunch of fucking strange people. Like, fuck, Ukrainians are fucking cuckoo, right? They're fucking like those cuckoo clocks in Sweden, man. Fucking like, woo. Like, they're fucking like goofy, man. And they smell bad, man. And they smell bad too. They stink. Fuck, do they stink? They just got this like uber fucking medge fucking like, it's like they wash themselves with fucking onions and fucking garlic and shit like that. It's like, fuck, in the shower. It's like, fucking a dried onion or something like that. It's like, fucking, like, they must fucking, it's just to keep vampires away. It's to keep the Kororka away, right? Fucking, with those things, right? You shove, like, they must wash with vegetables. Like, fuck, it's good. Fucking, it's good for the skin. It's good for fucking keep the banshees away. Yes, right? Keeps the ghosts and goonies away. That's the way they are, man. Like, fuck, they're weird. They're like a backwards people. Right? They still believe the Earth's flat over there, man. It's like, that's why, they have, like, Stone Age tools over there, too, right? Like, fuck, you ever seen, like, in Ukraine? Like, you ever been to, like, the museum and seen, like, oh, this is how cavemen make fucking, like hammers and sticks, like, with stones tied to fucking sticks? And, like, little fucking, tomahawk type shit. That's how they fucking put stuff together over there, man. It's a very primitive society. I don't know how they're keeping Russia at bay. I think Russia actually going over there and conquering Ukraine is going to do Ukraine a big favor. It's going to really fucking modernize Ukraine and bring them to the 21st century. They'll fucking, those people learn how to read and write. It's like fucking all kinds of shit, man. They'll be literized. Like, Russia will fucking take care of them, man. They'll modernize them in the 21st century, right? They'll get them up to speed, right? Because they're like primitive people, man. They're just like fucking, they make fire with sticks, right? They don't fucking have heated houses and stuff over Ukraine. Right? That's how they do things, right? Because they're stupid. They're like, oh, it's goulash, right? Like they fucking like, they're weird. They have like witch doctors and shit like that. They're fucking like, they're very primitive people, man. Very fucking primitive people. They're not that smart, man. They're very primitive people, man. It's like, fuck. So Ukrainians, like, fuck. It's like Annie Cohen. It's like, maybe it's time to start going by the closet, pal. Like, maybe we had too much of that fucking faggot shit, right? So, I'd probably end a series regular on Jimmy Kimmel show. It's like, fuck. I'd love to be on Jimmy Kimmel show. I like Jimmy Kimmel. It's fun. Like, don't worry about TMZ. I've took them off my fucking feed. I even took fucking Fallon off my feed, too. And fucking thing. Jimmy Kimmel? Kimmel. He's funny. He's the coolest one, actually. The coolest one. I'm the lowest rated. Oh, Jimmy, I can't believe you're the lowest rated. Jimmy Kimmel's like, fuck Mac Damon, man. Fuck. He sucked. Don't worry about him. He's a fucking Fruit Loop. Alright? And don't worry about him. Don't listen to Matt Damon anymore. Like, fuck. Don't even be friends with him. Jimmy Kimmel, I'm your new best friend, buddy. It's like, fuck. I'm your new best friend. Fuck Matt Damon. You can go hang with Bad Mouth. Like, oh, fuck. Steal ass tuba. Warner. No, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel and I will be fucking good friends. That's it. Work together, we can fix Hollywood. Fix the media. So Jimmy Kimmel and I. Right, it's like, that's who I am. I don't want to be a nice guy. This is not. Dude, no. It's like, fuck, I like the pricks and dicks and fucking assholes. I wish I watched more Letterman, actually, to tell you the truth, growing up. It's like fucking. No, but it's just like, the cinematography sucked until towards the end. Like, the last couple of years it got better. It's like, fuck. Why would you do like a show when it's like fucking, have like, Just spend the money on the cameras and the fucking lenses. It's CBS though. Is CBS really cheap? Right? Or it's like I wonder, like fuck. I guess that's how fucking what's his name? James Corden got his contract renewed. The best guy they had on though? Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson's hilarious. I do love Craig Ferguson. He's so funny. Like, yeah, Craig. He's the master. But even he's like, Josie. No, Craig, no. Craig, no. No, Craig, not even for you. You know, I have to. No, I must do it my way. No, Craig, I must do it my way. Like, do this, do that. No. I must do it my way. For once we do it my way, then we can start fixing what's wrong. I can turn all the wrongs into rights if we start doing things my way. You know, it's like quantum leap, right? Like I can turn all the rights, all the wrongs into rights. Everything that happened under Obama and fucking Joe Biden, I can write everything, return everything, fix everything, right? I can fix the media, I can fix America, right? Then we can fix North America. And we can heal the world, right? I can fix everything. We can fix everything, trust me. But we have to do it my way. And it's not politically correct, no. Some people be booed at the media like Michael Strahan. I'm looking at you, bud. Fucking you and your fucking and Gail on there. It's like, where the fuck that chick's name? Too much, bud. I don't see, how come I don't see no Hispanic people in the fucking media? It's like, Joquito, Good Morning America, man. Joquito, Good Morning America. I see Mario Lopez, and that's it. Yeah, he's cool. I like Mario Lopez. So that's two. Two people I'd be friends with. Mario Lopez, he's cool. He's a big fitness. Mark Wahlberg, I'm sorry, buddy. You're just a bit too much politically correct for me, buddy. I hate to say this, Mark Wahlberg. It's like, buddy, I wanted it too, but man, you're a hip-hop guy. I'm a hard rock and roll guy. Now I'm a rock and roll dickhead, right? And you're a hip hop fucking down with the fucking, chocolate monkeys, all right? You're down with those guys. So, Mark, I want you to be, I want you to be happy. Those guys are fags. Like James Van Der Beek, buddy. You're Dutch, and I know how the Dutch feel about us British people, right? It's like, you fucking hate us, right? It's like, fucking, you made that, so that's cool too, man. I was actually kind of insulted to get fucking James Van Der Beek to play me, right? On the fucking beat from 123. I mean, you couldn't get Danny Matheson to play me, like, fuck. I would appreciate if, like, Danny Matheson was playing me. Right, Danny Matheson and fucking, Topher Grace or something like that playing me, man. Like, fuck, they got James Van Der Beek. Was anyone not available? Like, fuck. Couldn't you get something better than a Dutchman to play me? Like, Dutch people hate us, man. Like, fuck. I don't know why. They do, though. It's like, fuck, they hate us. Like, fuck. It's like, okay, well, fuck. That's okay. You're pretty insignificant anyway, so it's like, fuck off. Got some good beer, though. Got some good beer. And I've never been a fan of your women. It's like, fuck. Dutch women, it's like fucking... They're like, what's the term? Lumbersome. I have become lumbersome. They're like, not put together well. Their skin is bad, and their teeth are bad. And they're like, got logs for arms and shit like that, right? It's like... They're all like Will Ferrell and drag. That's what Dutch women are. Like fucking like Will Ferrell and drag. Right, that's what they're like. If Will Ferrell and dress up like a chick or something like that, right? That's what a Dutch person girl is. So they got big feet. They're just not. They don't have the good skin. Let's take Charles Amanda Bertucci. She's part Dutch, right? And she has horrible skin actually. Right? She does all the skin treatment and stuff like that. She's got like, wide shoulder blades, fucking long arms, and fucking this and that. It's like, and her skin is horrible, right? And she does all kinds of skin treatments. Like, fuck. What is going on, honey? Fuck, I don't like, and that's what I get. Thanks. Well, there you go, Todd. You can have that too. You can have all that fucking skank arm action too. I think I can do better than that. I think there's way better chicks than that. It's like, I want to have kids with her. Thanks. Dutch people hate me, so it's like, fuck. Like, fuck. I just know, like, Ukrainian people hate us too, right? It's like, imagine, like, I've been making, like, a little Rolodex, right? Like people, Rolodex, the old Rolodex file? Imagine I got one of those in my head of, like, experience. It's like a Tony Robbins technique, experience of people I've had, right? With these different types of people. So I've been making little Rolodex-based files of people, right? Of experiences. Okay, go to Dutch people. Says they don't like us, blah, blah, blah. They're kind of jealous of us, and blah, blah. Danish people. Danish people don't like us, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They're kind of rude and fucking smug. Okay. Black people fucking hate us. They fucking said so. That's that, right? With the white privilege, okay. Dear white people, black is king, blah, blah, all this shit. Oh, okay, and you want to come from the right? No, okay, so like I encourage other people, like even as young people, right? Make rules as experiences of people, types of people you don't like, that have been rude to you and stuff like that. Because it might serve as a fucking kind of like bells and whistles, like going off in your head, like as you get older, right? Like as you get, it's like a Rolodex of experiences, right? It's like, oh, Dutch people, stay away from them. Don't like us. Dutch people don't like us. Uh-oh, right? I was like, uh-oh, Dutch people don't like us. Right, there's a reason why I didn't go to fucking Central, right? Because Balky Fair went to Central, and fucking I would have gotten fucking a lot of shit with that guy. He can't go to, we'll put it this way, he can't go to fucking America, right? So he can't go, right? And anyone who says, like, oh, I hate America, but I don't want to go there, that means they got a criminal record, they can't go. That's exactly what it means. They won't let them, I hate America, right? So, like, that's the thing, make a freaking roll, like, always be making a roll about decks of experience with different types of people they have, like, okay, I do like the Hispanic community quite a bit, right? I get along with them fucking A-okay. I do like them. They're fucking fun. They're happy. Like, even what's his name? Filipino guy. Apparently they are part Spanish. Like, they're like fucking happy. They're all right. They're like Spanish Asians or something like that, right? They got some backstory. And they're like, do this, do that. It's like, fuck. No, it's like, fuck. Do this, do that. It's like, fuck. You always got another one. It's like, fuck, you can say what you want. But it's like, fuck. No. Like, Irish people. I generally like them. They're kind of fun. They like to party. Like, I'm Irish, right? So it's like, fuck, I like to party. They're fun. People that work in the service industry. No. I would never fucking want to check that out. It's like, fuck. Good for fucking, what's her name, too? Like, what's that stupid broad's name? What's that thing? Vanderpump Rules? Like, no. Those are like career waitresses. They're like go nowhere people, right? It's like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, those people should have been doing something like fucking, to better advance their career. But nonetheless, like, that's a job. They can go on to management and stuff like that. But, like, are those guys what, going to taking school courses or whatever? Like, fuck. I would be, fuck. I don't know, it's like, fuck. Fuck them, but, but whatever, it's like, fuck, it's like, not like chicks in the service industry. A lot of them are super hot, and this is true, but usually they're fucking other people in the service industry. It's like, fuck. So that's good. So, but we don't ever. I just like, I like chicks with real jobs now. It's like, fuck. I can't like girls with money. Yeah, I'd say so. I do. I gotta go with that, though. Got their own paper for sure, right? Like, fuck. Girls without their own paper. Like, A, those chicks just date. They just fuck. They all fuck each other in the service industry. And B, it's just like, fuck. It's a waste of time, right? Unless you had like fucking super good cash like Donald Trump, right? Like fuck, or Jeff Bezos or something like that, right? That's another thing. Like these people, Josie died. I don't find her attractive, so I'm working out and doing all this stuff for women I find attractive, right? I was doing all that stuff for fucking someone I thought deemed worthy of me, right, or worthy of my time, right? I can't find that every day. So it's like now that I know who I am, I was like, certainly not. Josie Dye, certainly not, right? That's like my mother's from the East End, and that's that, and I hate the East End people. Those are some of the weirdest piggish people I don't like, and she's all involved with black. There's no way. I don't like people. And Todd Shapiro's a goof too. He's just like, he's just a loser too. You can have all the Hell's Angels or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I've had enough of those flags too. It's like, fuck, undo this and that. Like, thanks, I'm good. I'll pass. Thank you very much. He's got nothing I'd ever want. It's like, I know all these chicks. You can have them, Todd. You can have them, right? It's like, fuck, you can have all the girls, Todd. Because I've seen your wife. So it's like, fuck, I've seen what she looks like. Like, fuck, she's not pretty, man. She ain't pretty. She looked, she not by my standards. Like, I don't want to be your friend. And you're also down with the Dutch people that hate me too, right? Red light Holland, right? So it's like liberal red light. In Canada, it's like liberal red. So it's like liberal red Holland. And Dutch people hate me. Dutch people hate British people. I don't know why. It's like Colin shows. He hates me too, right? It's like, fuck. So it's like, I'm not going to betray, like, I wouldn't try and be his friend or nothing, Danish people were particularly rude to me. So I don't even get along with the other white people, right? Like French people fucking hate us. Oh, fuck, the French hate us. Like, I think all of Europe hates us deep down inside. Right? Pretty much. Like, they've been really rude to me. Because, like, it's like, oh, I'm pretty easygoing, blah, blah, blah. At least they used to be. It's like, oh, I don't care. Fuck, he's Dutch. They hate us, right? For some reason, they got petty jealousies and stuff like that. So, like, I say British people can be pretty snotty. It's like, well, we have to be, because everyone hates us. It's like, fuck. So we might as well be, right? They don't like us, so why should we be nice to them? It's like, oh, he's just European. Oh, he's just like, a Belgian or he's a Polish or something like that. Oh, right? Oh, he's a fucking, he's slow. He's European, right? A lot of European people are kind of slow, right? I guess they have a different fucking way of life over there. It is a little slower pace, I think. Over in like a lot of those European countries, right? And a lot of the ones that go over here, like the fucking backwoods people, right? They're fucking full on Balkies, right? Like, Balki Matakovic's, right? That's like, I call them Balkies for a reason, right? Because you ever watch Perfect Strangers? Right? That's, there's like Cousin Balki. Hello, Cousin Larry. A lot of them really like that, right? It's like pre-Borat, right? Hello, Cousin Larry. Yeah, I'm from fucking Meepos. Fuck. Yeah. Like, some people are fucking, like, Filipino guys super happy. Like, fuck, okay. I like people like that, a little fucking happier and easygoing. It's like Morrissey in some ways, yes. In some ways, quite a bit. Like, oh, I am from, they just like Buddy Boy. Oh, he's all liberal red at fucking Zanzibar. You can have that shithole too. It's just like they don't get along and register with me. It's like, you can have them, man. Like the people, all these big fat, you can say whatever. Jolie died. I don't care. I'm a fucking free man. I'm a real man. Like, it's time to start cleaning out the trash too, right? Like Judge Judy. Like, Judge Judy. I don't care if she's a Jew. I don't like the way she yells and screams and blah, blah, blah. I don't like that anymore. I don't like all these fucking women being betrayed like that. Like, fuck. Time to get rid of those chicks. You're nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. It's like Whitney Cummings. She's like old and beat, it's like, fuck off, you're beat. Right, she's like, there's like chicks that are mint, right? Like, that chick's mint. She's in premium mint condition, right? Everything's running under the hood, right? She's like fucking total bombshell. She's like a total Rolls Royce woman, right? Fuck yeah. And she's like super cool. She's awesome. or she's beat. You know what I mean? Like fucking Wendy. What's her Wendy? What? She's like, yeah, she's another albatross too, right? Wendy. Wendy. What's her name? I can't remember her name. Fucking funny chick though. But she's like old and she's like beat, right? She's like fucking beat. She's like Mr. Ed, right? Like she's like, you know. No. She's like, you know, she's like a big horsey chick. It's what's her name? Wendy. What's her name? I can't remember her name. I guess it wasn't really important, right? She's a fucking, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she got this big. Alright. You know, she's a big, tall chick, right? It's like, well, you're a big girl. You know, you got big bones. Like, you probably would have made a fucking really handsome man, probably, honey. Whitney Cummings, right? She's like a fucking. She's a big girl, right? She's an albatross, right? She's a big chick, right? She's like, oh. She has the big fucking. Right? So she's like fucking all good too. Same with Silver Settlement. She's a fucking horse too, man. Like, fuck, give me a break. You know, they should put, like, those chicks should be like, you know, like those Budweiser commercials, right? You know, they had the fucking, like, those Clydesdales pulling the cart. They should put both them and like fucking like with bridle in their teeth, just like, you know, pulling things. Him and Jamie Klarsky too. Like that's nothing like fucking like a fucking Clydesdale too. Fuck, like I don't know where the fuck that one came out. It's like, who cares? Like fuck, you know. And these chicks are representing white chicks. Like fuck off, man. The Clydesdales. Like, fuck, get out of here. You know. Sometimes you just know your self-worth and just like feel your values. Like fuck, I'd say I don't care. Like, oh, even though Jamie Klarsky has a house and stuff like that place there, I wouldn't go there anyways. I'd rather stay here. It's like I'd just rather be here than fucking there. It's like fuck, oh, I have a house. Like, who cares? Like fuck Larry King too. It's like fuck the games you play. It's like, well, I guess it's time to start. I can start playing games of my own. He doesn't like the games you play. Well, Larry King, I'll probably start playing some games of my own. Even with the Jewish community, oh, they like to play games, do they? Oh, you do you? Oh, well, once I get some money and some capital, like, oh. It turns out I like to play games myself, right? I like to play a few games with you guys myself, right? It's like, oh, with the Jews and the Muslims and the niggers, like, oh, I'll be playing games with. I like to play games. I'll play games too. It's like TMZ. I had a great time, but our time is over, right? I mean, what if, you know, ABC started doing its own like entertainment show or something like that, like, you know, kind of like a news show, like a TMZ. But I'm surprised Fox hasn't done something like that to rival it, right? You know, it's all on Fox today, but it's a Warner Brothers thing. It was all carried by Fox channels, right? Why don't you guys just do your own show? Right? Why aren't you doing that? Like, fuck. I mean, you've got Jimmy Kimmel a talk show, a news entertainment show, right? Kind of. Like, why aren't you doing something like that? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that? It's like, you know, like Jim, like Harvey with Vane. Why couldn't you take like an MTV and just put it on Fox, like a similar type thing, and not worry about MTV, like your own kind of version of that, right? Why not? Who says we have to do MTV just like it, right? I mean, they're like, oh, work for NBC. They're kind of corny, man, and lame. I'm not like that, man. Like, they're kind of corny. Right? It's like, you know, even CBS. It's like, you're kind of corny, man. Like, you know, actually, they have some pretty badass shows in this, though. But it's like, you know, James Corden, you're kind of fat and corny. Like, you're like a butterball ham, right? Like, fucking honey glazed, right? It's like, fuck. Could you not see James Corden with a fucking, like, a baster, just like baste himself with a glazed ham? Could you not see him doing that? Like fucking James Corden is like, fuck, oh, I gotta get my second coat on, right? You know, I gotta get my second like glazed coat on, right? Oh, fucking, you know, I had Brad's coming to town, so I get my second coat of glaze on for him, right? You know, I gotta get that real ham bowl on, right? You know, bloody hell, right? You know, I've got to get fucking. a good glaze on, and he's like, Josie, I think she's ugly. Like, sorry, buddy. I'm not like you, James. I'm a man stunner. Huh? Right, whereas you're like a fucking jelly-filled donut. So what do I give a fuck what you think? You're like, fuck. You know, what do I care? Like, what's the jelly-filled donut says about me? Fuck, oh, I know. Like, what the mean? I'm like starting to start like all these little talk shows and stuff like that. I'm starting to think less and less, like, what do I care about them? It could hurt if only if I watch it. It's like, you know, but then I only make them relevant. It's like, fucking, like CTV. Well, you didn't want to open the door for me. It's like, fuck. I mean, I want a royal reception. I don't like, the thing is, Brad, don't you hate it here? Not particularly, no. Brad, you're a multimillionaire. Well, I can't have it. I can't miss what I have. I don't have that money. And I don't want to give it to Josie or Todd or any of them too either. It's like, fuck, you can keep it. Like, fuck, I would never want to give it to them or let them get their fucking mitts on it, even if they have their own money. It's like, or like, you know, make them richer off me. It's like, ew, no, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's like, fuck, I don't want to give them any money. Josie and Joel, thanks for making us relevant. I would never want to work for you guys, you fags, and make you money. Like, fuck, I would, like, because you're fags. I would never want to make them money. All your bands suck anyways. You know, the Cult, yeah, they used to be good, but what have they done for us lately? Nothing. Marilyn Manson, he's a total fucking transgender faggot. I don't like him. Like, I don't like shit like that. Like, fucking men dressed up as women. Making us all look like a bunch of fucking queers. Fuck off. Yeah. Marilyn Manson, like, fuck. Marilyn Manson, Kurt Cobain, what a couple fucking fags. You know? They're like, oh, Michael Stipe says Josie died. I'm good, buddy. You know, buddy, I'm my own man. And I don't really give a fuck. I love Michael Stipe as a musician and a fucking intellectual. He's a great guy, but I don't care, man. He can start dating women because I don't give a fuck. And, like, gay people shouldn't tell fucking heterosexuals what to do. It's like, fuck, you know, because I don't need that in my life. And apparently she's a fucking lesbian or something like that. I don't need that. Good for fucking Seth MacFarlane. You know, who cares a fuck what him? You and your dumb little cartoon shows can go fuck off, man. I've stopped watching Animation Domination a long time. I mean, when it was just The Simpsons and fucking Family Guy, I used to watch it, but when it became Bob's Burgers and all that stuff, I got too juvenile. Fucking the whole thing is like, oh, now you feel like a little kid watching it, right? You didn't feel guilty about watching Family Guy and fucking thing, but you feel guilty about watching Bob's Burger and fucking crap like that, right? It's like, fuck. So, yeah, I mean, it's like, I think everyone just outgrew fucking Family Guy and fucking thing Simpsons because of that. You know, like, I've been like, hey, what do I need those guys for? I've been talking to you like 2 hours straight, continuously. Oh, he broke his pipe, shit. So, at least, yeah, wear your shoes. You don't want to fucking get a fucking wake up on that. It's like, I think he knows that, right? Yeah, get all the fucking cleanings. You know. Whoa, shit. Fucking, yeah, never a dull moment here. He broke his fucking pipe. Right? And like, they're trying to tell me what to do. Like, oh, Josie died. They're meth heads, man. They're crackheads. They're meth heads, man. Like, fuck, like, I mean, I used to do all these things, but I never smoked meth. I never liked that. And, like, I stopped doing that a long time. It's everywhere. The thing is, like, it surrounds me everywhere, but I don't want to touch any of it. It's like, fuck, I could have scored that up big time, but, you know, I don't want to start smoking crack and all that stuff. It's like, it's not me. It's like, do that too, right? And listen to these guys for fucking dating advice. Why would I do that? You know, it's like John Tory. It's like, fuck, John Tory, you may not be mayor anymore. Why do I give a fuck about you? I'm a fucking Doug Ford guy, too. It's like, yo, Josie Dice hates Doug Ford. I'm a big Doug Ford guy. You know, Doug Ford's not reporting. Doug Ford doesn't say anything about fucking Todd Shapiro. He doesn't like them either. He thinks they're a bunch of fags, too. John Tory does, too. It's like, so obviously John Tory doesn't like me. He's like, oh, he wants me to fail. Okay. We'll give you this if you fucking, like, we'll fix your foot. It's like, you know what? I can, like, live with that, too. Oh, my stomach? Oh, I've learned to deal with it. Who cares? Right? It's like, you know, I can handle it. You know, because I'm tough. It's like, oh, well, fuck. It sucks. It's fucking irritable, but fuck, whatever. And obviously, like, the Josie's little Vietnamese and Korean friends poisoned me. It was the ecstasies, right? At the fucking Q thing. That's what she's like. That's what she's like. And the games that you play, oh. Well, like I said, I'll probably play, like, what if I whipped up a virus specifically for her, and only, and made her really sick. See how she liked it. Well, you know what goes around comes around, right? What if I made one for Todd and his family, right? Like, I could do that. I'm a geneticist, right? I'm like, oh, like, it's because Netflix says so. I don't care what Netflix says. I, stop watching shit like that. I watch YouTube documentaries, right? Netflix is phony baloney. It's all influenced by Barack Obama and them, right? I don't like Barack Obama. I hate him, actually, to tell you the truth. I hate Barack Obama. And I want him to know that. I hate him and his whole family. It's like I don't like Joe Biden either, right? But I can't say anything good. I can't say anything good about it. I want to see the whole final result, right? It's not looking good. I don't really like him. I don't like Kamala Harris, no, that's for sure. Because, I'm sick of blackout America, black privilege, right? And that's what I'm sick of. Like, oh, thanks for making us relevant. Well, I don't plan to go and make those security guards more relevant any longer. Any longer, right? It's like, fuck. I don't care, right? Like, fuck. I think the black people personally, I think the black community is a bunch of spoiled brats. Right? We cater to too much of their fucking bullshit and fucking, too much of their crying wolf, right? I think that's exactly what it is. We just spoiled the fucking black. Listen, oh, you're racist. You're a bunch of spoiled brats, and you're the racist towards us. It's like, now the fucking shoe's on their foot. We're going to fucking huff it right up your fucking ass. You're going to be fucking coughing up fucking boot leather and shoelaces. So who gives a shit? I don't care. Right? It's like Jimmy Kimmel. It's like, I'll say the fucking rude things that fucking, needs to be said. Jimmy Kimmel. It's like, he's a brat. A lot of people are. Right? A lot of people I don't think Will Smith's a fucking very talented actor. I mean, Jared Leto, but did dress up like a total faggot for that role. But, however, Jared Leto's a really good actor. He's a really good actor, right? He totally deserved that fucking Oscar for fucking, that fucking character. He's fucking right in there, right? He's right up in that, man. He's fucking really good. So he's good. Jared Leto's a fucking really good actor. I gotta say that. He's a Frenchman though. He's French though. He's pretty good though. I always wanted to do a Tale of Two Cities with fucking Jared Leto, right? Like stuff like that. I mean, superhero movies, like I said, they're becoming cliched and fucking stuff like that. I would like to see some really good fucking movies, like a Gone with the Wind remake. More historically accurate. Not that I'm not a fucking. I think we know how I fucking feel about black men, but nonetheless, I wouldn't have the fucking black guys just whistling Dixie. Fucking they'd be treated like it'd be a more fucking realistic dictation of it. That's for sure. I'm not having the whistling Dixie, right? That's for sure. But I would like to do a remake of Gone with the Wind. Because quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, right? Things like that, right? You want to see stuff like that, right? Shit like that's really good. Tale of Two Cities. I haven't read the whole. I remember watching it as a kid. I haven't seen some kind of animation. It's really good. It's one of my favorite Dickens ones, right? During the French Revolution, he makes the sacrifice so that his friend, the revolutionary, can he takes his place in the fucking guillotine. That's a real fucking friend. It's it starts. I just love the way it starts off and the way it ends. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Truly the best of times. Here, it's oh well, who cares? And I'm not complaining what the fucking media is, right? I'm not having a fucking horrible time, fuck. I'm not on crystal meth or anything like that either, right? And then he ends it, it's a far, far better thing I do now than I've ever done before. It is a far, far better resting place I go to now than I've ever known. That's some really good stuff here, man, we're talking, right? This isn't the dope doogie stuff that Snoop Dogg produces and shit like that, but that crap where Jay-Z tries to... Jay-Z, as we all seen with what's that stupid movie we did with Leonardo DiCaprio? The Great Gatsby? He produced and kind of influenced that. That was horrible. Black people don't do white culture, right? Stay the fuck out of that shit. That was horrible with what you did. That was just fucking a mess. That was a horrible fucking movie, right? The Great Gatsby, right? A complete waste. It was fuck. I mean, I went and saw it, and you walked away, and you felt disappointed in me. I mean, Todd Shapiro and those guys made me feel so bad I couldn't leave the house for 3 years and all that stuff. And Josie dies like, and now they want a baby for me. You're fucked. Get fucked.
Right? And all these meth heads and crackheads are telling me that. Like, fuck, they put me, like, critically depressed. Like, they fucked everything up. It's like, no way. I don't give a fuck what you say. She's a dirt and a loser. Good for Julie Louis-Dreyfus. I don't give a shit. Right? Or Judge Judy. You know, Judge Judy needs a fucking good fucking kick up. She needs to get out the air, actually, to tell you the truth. I don't like the way. There's way too many bitches like that in the air. The way they picked women. Fuck off. No, not all women like her. Anyways. Tis a far, far better thing I do now than I've ever done before. Tis a far, far better resting place I go to now than I've ever